Mic check. RoboCop. Oh shit, RoboCop. That shit's about to come out, yo. Even the demos are gonna get nominated for fucking Game of the Year. God damn. RoboCop. It's like what the fuck? No, you got to play that demo. That demo, it was fun for me. It was really really fun. Um, we spoke about that last time, but yeah, it was a fun demo, man. It's still on Steam. It's still there. I checked it. Still there, man. It ain't going nowhere. Um, mm, you know what? There too. You just told me about it on Steam. You know, they stealth drop that bitch, or for at least for us, they did. Tony Hawk on Steam. I mean, it's Tony Hawk. Yeah, I'm saying it's Tony Hawk. this ain't no real. I mean, no new Tony Hawk. No, Jenna says he can't hear you. Hold on, can you hear me? Let me check. Yeah, I don't hear you. Yeah. All right, he's fixing it, Jenna. He's fixing it. Only audio. So that's okay. I'm the sexy voice.
What
It's
about
okay,
now?
Jenna.
Is it fit? Maybe now. Mic check 1 2. Levels.
Yep.
Levels.
Yeah, let me hear the levels.
All right. All right. All right. How do we do that again now?
Say mic check.
Mic check. Levels. Mic check.
You're low. I'm louder than you.
I'm low.
A lot louder.
Low. What the fuck? What about now? Mic check. Mic check.
A little more. Just a little bit more.
Mic check. 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 Mic check. Can hear him now.
Jenna said he can hear you now, like silk in his ears.
Oh my god. I love you,
You're
Jenna.
good. Yep.
I
That's perfect.
love you. Damn, we got to redo all. Oh, so much for fucking cold openings, man. I was trying to be like SNL.
Trying to be like SNL with the cold openings and we fucked up.
Yeah, all right, everybody. Welcome to the Sensei's Thoughts Podcast, episode number 92.
Redo. Jenna, you leave the room and come back, and then we're gonna do it all over again.
Yeah, everybody leave, come back, and we're gonna be as authentic and this one first take. The fuck.
Oh man, no, that's what happens when you do shit live. That's what happens, everything's
well,
live.
at least they heard it one side. So yeah, I was responding to Kills when he was talking.
Yeah, I wasn't talking to myself.
Yeah, he wasn't. We promised you he wasn't talking to himself. And yeah, Tony Hawk Pro Skater on Steam. Fucking demos are crazy. And what I started the podcast with was there's just too many games to play, man. That's just
it's way too many. I was saying, they probably gotta nominate fucking demos for Game of the Year. Yeah. Right before we went live, we were talking about that. It's like literally right before we went live. It's like it's gonna be. I don't really pay mind to the whole Game of the Year thing, but it's like, yeah, of course I got my personal favorites of the year, obviously, but this year is interesting. Like it's almost every single month had a game that you'd be like, bro, that's Game of the Year. That has to be nominated.
And I feel like, and I don't want to get too crazy and too off topic with this, but like, I mean, it's not really off topic, but I feel like I've definitely, I wouldn't say grown as a gamer, but I feel like this year has definitely been a year where I've played more games that are not necessarily in my wheelhouse per se. Like if I'm really thinking about it, like within, or
I'll say yes.
I'll say revolving year. I won't say like 2023. I think the last like year or two, I'll say like I've definitely been going outside of the wheelhouse of like, I mean, I'm always in the Call of Duty and the Apexes and the first person shooters.
Oh yeah, we got our go-to. Yeah.
But just the other.
Or I would say we have our genres, you could say.
Yeah. But definitely just playing like the Lies of P's of the world and just the Vampires Survivor, the roguelikes, the Hades, you know what I mean? Like just all
like just different for Cyberpunk. Just like the different
Cyberpunk, yes.
Cyberpunk, Cyberpunk, yeah. Can we nominate that again? Or
right.
Can we nominate not the real version of it came out? Can we go ahead and nominate it?
Is there a best DLC category?
Hey, why not? Let's start now.
I'm saying, like,
it's crazy though, because like, and I'll add to that. It's not just the fact that we're delving into like different genres and indies and small big titles. It don't matter, AAA, AA, whatever it is. It's also I think for a lot of people in the gaming space, it's almost safe to say a lot of people have played more games this year than like any other year. It just feels like it. Like it feels like as a cumulative like community, I feel like all of us have been playing more games obviously this year because now that the subscription services on all sides have been like blooming and just dumping games in there, like for their subscription services and their ecosystem and their community. Like it's just there's something for everybody for you not to say, I don't want to. I'm not gonna play that game. You're gonna. I mean, it feels like, oh shit, I can play it. Click, I'm downloading it or I'm clouding it, whatever it is. I'm playing it. It's the accessible part. If you have the subscription service, now there's no reason to not even try a game. And I think because of that, I think a lot more people have been that play video games have played more this year than any time in their fucking life. I think. I know I have.
Yeah, I have. I can't. It's gonna sound like a Game Pass ad or just a subscription ad in general. It's like
just
it really
a sub.
But
it's a sub, yeah,
just a sub ad in general. But honestly, it's like when you have that availability to just constantly go back in and dip into a library and just be like, oh, this is new. I mean, and then just the games, once again, not to say like, oh, that looks cool. Like every time like a showcase comes around or something like, and you see all these games, and then I'll just speak like specifically to the Xbox side of things. Where you're like, oh, you see all of these games, and you're like, and then you see right at the end of it on the title card, it's like Game Pass. You're like, great. And you're just like, amazing.
Yes.
And it's just like,
you feel like, yes.
Yeah. And because it's just like, because
that means I have it.
Yeah, not to say I wouldn't buy it, but it's like now I know like I don't just maintain the subscription.
It's guaranteed.
And it's there. Yeah.
It's there. As long as I have my subscription going and upkept, it's there.
Yep.
Like I'm the same way. I see that Game Pass logo and I'm like, what? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Guaranteed, I got it. It almost feels like, look, listen, Blockbuster 2023. Like it feels like that. You know how when you went to Blockbuster on your Mondays, Wednesdays, or weekends or whatever, and it was like your parents told you to pick something out, and you got excited, like I want a game or I want a movie, I want both. Like it's just there. Like your parents had that membership, or when you got older, you had that membership, and you know when you go there, it was available. You grab it, it's yours. Take it home. You don't have to pay $50, $60, $70, and here you go. You're playing the game.
Yeah, it's almost 2 weeks.
It almost feels that way, bro. Yeah, I'll pay that late fee. I don't give a fuck.
Shit.
What's up, Timber?
I lived in Blockbuster during high school, man. That was it. That was like the go-to. I get out of school real quick, man. It's like, all right, cool, yo, pizza and Blockbuster.
That's it, bro.
Let's go.
And then Blockbuster used to do remember these little candy bundles, like popcorn candy.
I wouldn't even do all that. Whatever. I'm like, yo, just give me the games, man. 2, 3. I'm like, I'm over here renting 3 games. Like I'm actually gonna fucking play all 3.
Have
you
ever rented the console?
No,
have you ever rented the console?
I never.
That shit was expensive.
And I was P2 Xbox back then, like originally, like in my high school time. So
yeah, but it was expensive. They gave you the whole big ass thick case with the console inside of it. You know, Xbox or PlayStation, whatever, Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like big ass suitcase, and you walked out of there like like if you was like what's that guy from Hitman? Agent 47.
Agent 47. Yeah.
Like you walked out there with a case looking like a damn Hitman. Like what is this? Like legit a whole system with wires. Was like sent to your home. And back then there was no Google, there was no YouTube, so you had to figure out how to wire that shit up yourself.
True.
You know?
True.
It's like I think the rental was like 5 days for like initially you had to put like a deposit so in case something happens to it, they keep your deposit, blah blah blah. And then like a daily rental was like $25 a day. It was something serious. And I remember I didn't have the I think it was a P2 at the time. I had the P2. I wanted the Dreamcast. And I wanted to rent the Dreamcast. Was it the Dreamcast? No, GameCube. Sorry. I wanted to put the GameCube, right? And I'm like, damn, I was a kid, and my parents didn't want to buy that shit for me, whatever. And, like, I was able to, like, I convinced my mom, or my dad, actually. I was able to convince him to get me the rental. And he looked at me like, you better wash dishes and fucking throw out garbage and do whatever you got to do. Get the grades up. If I'm getting you this because your mom's going to get on my ass if she finds out I did this for you. I'm like, all right, cool.
True.
Got home. Played that. I kept that shit for like a month. That bill was crazy.
Shit.
But I was playing my shit, Mario Brothers and fucking Metroid all day.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy to think about it. Come a long way from freaking brick and mortar stores and just not.
That's what I'm saying.
There, it's like.
That's what I'm saying. So
you don't even gotta leave the house.
No. I mean that's. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing either.
True.
But it's like you want to stretch your legs out, you want to walk, you want to get the blood flow, pumping. But you're right, man. You don't even have to get up and change the game anymore. Like it's if you're a digital
dashboard.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna try. Not even that. Let me try something else here.
Out here playing fucking Forza and get the invite. Be like, yo, COD. Be like, all right.
Yeah, we're fucking walking commercials. Like literally, I could play any game.
Because think about that. Like imagine. Okay, so this is really gonna like not blow your mind, but like you'll remember this. So like remember like old school Gran Turismo, like on PlayStation, for example, like PS2. Remember how like those long endurance races where you'd have to tie the rubber band around the fucking controller, and then be like, all right, what if you want to play something else? No, fuck it. You're out here like 300 laps, right? You're not playing anything else.
Shit is dedicated.
Can you imagine now if, like you're in like a long race?
Baby.
Yeah, if you're in a long race on Forza and you just be like, oh, quick resume. I can just leave and I'll fucking come right back and no one's the wiser. Fuck endurance. I'll leave, I'll go to bed, I'll wake up, I'll have breakfast, and the race is still there.
It's fucking there. Motherfucker's still racing. But now you don't even have to put rubber band. Now the AI assist.
Yeah, well.
So you could put the AI assist on, that shit races for you. Like literally races for you.
You don't have just take look at it. Yeah, just watch it.
Oh yeah. I think half these people are getting it cheap on the game. They're not fucking playing the game. They fucking AI assist, baby. Let's go. Run the fucking tracks for me. Ain't nobody doing 300 fucking laps on a session. I fall asleep. Or at least I would. Speaking of Forza, have you played it?
Yeah, but once again, this is one of those things too. I played quite a few races. I got through like the introductory races. And stuff.
Right. You fucking sent me the screenshot.
Yeah.
You and some other. I forgot who else said this. Tagged me on Twitter.
Yeah, because I think I got higher than your drivatar.
Yeah. And it's like I'm in third place, and somebody else I think commented on that I follow, and he put after he raced it, I was in 5th place. I'm like, all right, fuckers, all right, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
That's funny. Yeah, no.
I played it in a couple of hours. I enjoy it, but like I said before, I'm not a racing kind of guy. I'm not hating on it. It's just I'm not a racing kind of guy. I'll play it here and there, but racing has never been my genre. Like it's never been my titles to play.
Yeah.
But it's a good time. It's a solid racer, man. For those who love racing games, it's a solid racer, man. It's a beautiful thing. I don't want to say that too loud because then the Xbox crowd might be like, yo, PlayStation, and you don't play Forza? The fuck's your problem?
I mean, listen, once again, I go back to there's just too much shit to play. Like, I mean, it wasn't like I'm out here looking for it. Like, I was excited to go and, like, try and play it. I tried it. I played it. It's still installed. I still have it. I could go back to it whenever. But that's the problem, is that there's just other things that are kind of just grabbing my attention, or just, like, the haunting event in COD. Like I really like. Just,
you've been trying to get me on that shit for since it started. I'll get around it. I'll get around it.
Me, my dad, Magic, Kill for Cash, Have a Clip, all the DOF guys, like just fucking getting online. We're not even, and we don't like core. Like, I mean, I'll play Warzone.
I don't think our whole party would like core.
No, we're not a core group. Like, I mean, unless it's Battlefield. But even then, it's like, I mean, we're basically hardcore. Like when it comes to Call of Duty. But there we are, fucking making meta fucking guns for seasons.
Yeah, you told me like, hey man, we got some better shit going on.
I sent the videos to everybody. I'm like, yo, everybody, make this gun, make that gun, make this. You get a fucking get the 7.62, get a fucking ISO or a BAS-P, get an MCPR or an FJX, and fucking.
Wait, what is it called? Because I was confused. I don't know if the beta had the BAS. Isn't that the same shit that's in?
Nah, so the BAS-B. Okay, so the beta for MW3. So it's essentially the real, because they're no longer doing real name weapons anymore.
Right.
So the BAS-B is basically the SIG. It's the SIG Sauer MC. Well, the BAS is like it's an MCX, but it's the Spear. It's the Spear.
That's the newer gun, right?
It's the new gun that essentially the Army just contracted to start using. That's the BAS-B. There's going to be like a 277 Fury. It's a new ammo type that they created that they're actually going to be using as well. But you can get it in 308 right now, which is 7.62 by 51. 7.62? Yeah, 7.62 by 51. And there's also like a 5.56 variant as well too. So so there's like different versions of it essentially. But like the BAS-B and the P, like there's like an AR variant. I guess they had like an SMG variant, but it's not really like.
Well,
real
the beta they had it as a battle rifle, which confused me. I'm like, wait a minute, on this shit it's an assault rifle.
Yeah, and that's the one that's the one that got contracted.
That's B. There's two different ones.
So supposedly British SAS has been using a 5.56 variant of the first one, and then the Army was the one that picked up. It's called the XM7. That's like the military designation of it right now.
Oh, XM7. I think doesn't Battlefield have that one? that name of it?
They may have the name of it, but I don't think it's actually the same gun. But then again, I'm not sure. Because like I said, they're getting really weird with the whole, like, remember, like all those years ago with the naming because the lawsuits, and then they were just like licensing and shit. There's like too much money involved in getting licensing.
Then royalties and future titles, and you still using our name, like, or okay,
yeah, nameless, exactly. So the only ones I think they get away with to use are like the M4, like classic, like old school guns and shit, you know?
Yeah. That's crazy.
But yeah, man, so just fucking haunting event.
What's wild is that you can try to convince me to go back and play some Modern Warfare. That's the wild part. Like, as big of a conhead I am, it's like, convince me to get back on it. After that beta, it's tough right now. Because, like, that beta actually showed me exactly what this game should have been. You know, don't get me wrong. I've had fun and still can continue having fun in MW2 for what it is. I can. I mean, I'm not going to pretend like I didn't have fun with it. Hours upon hours of that shit. I'm ranked like 950 something or whatever it is. So I played the game and I love it and I enjoyed the game.
Right.
But after Modern Warfare 3's beta, I'm sitting here going, oh shit, I enjoyed that shit for over almost a year. The fuck?
I know.
That was my problem.
Because it's all you had.
It's all you had, right? It's like, but I could have done a Cold War, not Cold War. I could have done a Vanguard on it, but I didn't. You know, this is still better than Vanguard.
Yes.
It's just wow. Like, after that beta, I'm sitting here because we didn't talk. Remember, the beta started. We played the beta after. Well, I played before, but I played more of it on our off week.
Yes.
So, you know, the beta was like that weekend and the following weekend for the Xbox side, and it was like PC. Oh my god, I had so much fun with that beta. I didn't want it to go. Like, it's been a while since I said beta. I want this beta to go off because we played Vanguard.
Yeah.
And we both gave it like a couple of hours. And we both, I think at the same time, was like, nah, fuck this game.
That's funny.
Like, in sync. You know, I've done that. With Cold War, I played it.
Oh, the Vanguard beta, I think we played for half a second. Like, I'm
trying to be, like, nice about it. But it was really short.
It was short.
It was like, we played, like, maybe 2 fucking games, and it was like, nah.
What is this?
We're good. Cold War. Thank you. I'll go back to Cold War. And but as far as betas go, like, there hasn't been a beta. Not even with 2019 MW. Well, maybe. But not even with that one. Maybe it was. But like, that has left me with that impression of, my God, I cannot wait for this game to launch.
Oh, you saw my tweets. I'm like, yo, I'm back. I'm like, we back. We
here. Right. Like, I've seen everybody talk like that. Like, oh, we're so back and we're back, boys. And I'm going, yeah, the stream is saying the same shit. Nah, man, it's back. Like.
Yeah.
I didn't know how much I missed this fucking movement, but I miss it. Like, the way I'm able to fucking get up and just pop guns.
Yeah.
Or shoot while I'm sliding.
Yeah.
Or
it just feels good.
Reload canceling. Like, I had to relearn that shit. Like, literally got to relearn. Like, I caught myself so many times playing this beta reloading and letting it finish the animation.
Yeah, because you had to train yourself to do that, or you would get, if you never finished the animation, like in MW2, you'd be screwed. You just wouldn't have a reloaded weapon.
So many times I lost gun battles in the beta thinking, oh, fuck, why did it at the end? I could have canceled the animation. What am I doing? Like, I got to learn that part again. So, like, God. Can I tell you how much I'm in love with Dead Silence? Oh, can I tell you?
Yeah. Everybody's like, oh, it's a crutch. Oh, whatever. It's like, shut up.
Fuck that. Shut up. Like, I'm exposing your awareness right now, motherfucker. That's what I'm doing. Like, you're not aware of shit. Like, it doesn't matter if Dead Silence or not.
Those same people wear high alert on fucking Warzone.
Of course.
You know
so
like,
people that are mad about Dead Silence, OP is broken, it's too much. They should tone it down. You're the ones that fucking sound whore. Like, that's you.
Yeah.
You don't have no awareness.
Yeah, you were sound EQ. You were playing on your fucking PC.
You were not aware. Your awareness IQ was in the dumpster, bro. Like, if you're worried about, I love Dead Silence. I love the Ghost that it's like, you know, off the radar. But I wasn't wearing Ghost.
Yeah.
I was wearing what's that shit next to Ghost? Know what it was.
I forgot the order. No,
I forgot. It was the one right next to Ghost. I forgot what it was, man.
I'm about to check the channel real quick. The MW3 channel.
Oh,
see the fucking.
You got the picture up there. Yeah.
What was it? The LR detector for the high alert. That was the one.
Is that one or the one before it?
Or the bone conduction, the one where you lower your sounds and you amplify.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, yeah, for anybody that didn't want to wear fucking Ninja.
Bro, wore that. I got so used to Ghost being broken in so many fucking COD games that I don't wear Ghost now. So it's like, I'll take Bolt Conductor. So I took that Ninja and then the movement one for the first one.
Yeah.
And then for the vest, Commando all the way, or not Commando, the militia.
It's gonna be interesting, even more so than like weapon tuning and stuff in this game, but like to see like the different builds depending on like what.
Did they confirm weapon tuning?
I believe it's already. I want to say it's already in there.
I know it's in the beta, obviously.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's the same gunsmith from.
Yeah. I want to say it's still in there.
I'm assuming it's still in there,
and also because of Warzone as well.
I don't know. For me, the recall was so fucking minimal. So minimal. I don't know what the hell tune's gonna do.
Well, and then that comes that conversation with casuals, be like, oh, there's virtually no recoil, and it's like, yeah, to make it easy for casuals to fucking aim.
Like, of course,
well, whatever.
Now you guys can eat without having to control the fucking, the whole kick.
Yeah,
it's crazy because me myself and my son playing it, like we were both saying, it's like I feel no recoil. Like none. Like there's there's even visually, I'm like, yo, this is clean. There's no clutter on my screen when I shoot these guns. It's like it's clean. It's a clean animation. Yeah. Broken was the fucking what's that? The gas mask thing, the rage. But they fixed that right away.
They immediately. The fact that they went out their way to tune shit in the beta just goes to show you what type of time that they're hopefully going to be on, because that's another thing too. I don't want to we're getting kind of, we're going to get into the topics and everything like that, but this is kind of still, listen, we're Call of Duty. We always say about this time of year, it's the fucking COD.
It's that time of the year.
It's that time of year. Okay, it's COD season. All right, so sorry, but not sorry.
But not sorry. Yeah.
But not sorry. But so yeah, honestly, the hope is so you saw how quick those changes were coming, right? They were making these little changes and stuff, even between the beta weekends and stuff. But let's see if that actually carries over to the actual game launch. Okay, let's see if they keep that. Let's see if it was just placating and be like, whatever. Let's see if they could actually keep it up when the game comes out.
Let's hope this was in some stunt they did, like the whole. We can listen to you guys
just to get everybody right. Just to get everybody in the fucking building, and then once you're in there, then it's like, ha, gotcha, bitch.
Close the doors. Close the doors. Yeah,
it's the old Chappelle meme. Gotcha, bitch, and then
bitch.
And that's it. So
that's what I'm saying. In the beta they were listening and they were doing some changes and improving some shit. Cool. Yeah. But right now, Infinity Ward getting the biggest. They getting the biggest fuck you from the community. This past week, I think somebody tweeted their PR, the Twitter account, tweeted some shit like about because they lowered the count on the haunting event from 150 to 100 people.
To 100, yeah.
Oh, we listened to your feedback and we heard you loud and clear. We're gonna put it down to 100, and everybody's like, huh?
You see everybody be like, oh, now you listening? Like the game's like no one's playing this shit in like 2 weeks. Like you listening?
First of all, nobody asked for this shit. Ain't nobody talking to you right now. And second of all, now you listen to?
Yeah, now you. What? Yeah.
What?
You all of a sudden you hear feedback all of a sudden? That's a thing. Yeah, no, it's wild.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of heat for that shit right now. Like,
it's so wild.
Some, like, professionals chiming in, going, "This is not. This cannot be real. Like, you guys have been out for almost a year now, and you didn't listen for shit. And now you want to listen? This can't be real. It's just that it is, man. I mean, I'm all for whatever the developers put out, and they want us to play their vision of the game, but it has to evolve. Like what you put out is your vision, but once it's out in the wild and we're playing it, you have to let some of that in so you can contour to that. I get it. It's your baby. It's your art. It's what you got to put out. But at the end of the day, the consumers are paying high top dollars for this game.
Yes.
And that's just me saying just the Vault Edition. Imagine how many people are paying $30 fucking Black Cell passes every time it comes out.
Yep.
Every skin that comes out in the store, I need it, I want it. All the COD points in the world they can get, they're getting it. They're going through all the motions of that shit. Imagine
I'm out here like, okay. Yo, do I really need Skeletor? It's like, do I want them? But it's like, do I need? I mean, they're about to drop some some fire shit when MW3 comes out, man.
It's like gas to go to work or Skeletor.
Yeah, or Skeletor.
Gas for Skeletor. Okay,
I'm hoarding these fucking COD points right now. It's like
I'm hoarding them too for whenever season 1 dropped for the first one.
Yeah,
it's COD points, it carries over.
Yep.
But I think this season does go right into for a good month, I believe. Into
it does. It carries over. I was gonna say the current season we're in now is gonna go through Modern Warfare 3. but then it's going to end obviously, and then I don't know if they already confirmed when season 1's starting for Modern Warfare 3, but I want to say it's probably like sometime
They didn't
in
say
December.
a date, but they
It's
are talking about
December.
like December is when the other stuff pops in, like the Warzone and the zombie. I don't know if zombie launches, but I think zombie does launch. But I know the Warzone, they're talking about that being in December. So I'm assuming that's when the first season starts.
Yeah, that makes sense because that's what they want to like line everything up, obviously. With Warzone and with even regular multiplayer and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
it's a new map, so yeah, new Warzone map again. So.
Yeah, but again, I'm excited. November 10th can't come any
Oh, I'm
sooner.
excited, man. I'm excited.
So excited. So yeah, we really didn't do like I mean, we kind of just been catching up and little stuff like that.
That's what happens when we take a week off, or we take weeks off, like weeks, but we take the off week and take a rest. It's like, you know, a lot to talk about.
Hell yeah!
And we just go right into it, man. If you guys came in early, you saw we just went right into it.
Like, well, you went right into it. They couldn't hear me.
I went into it. Yeah, they couldn't hear you.
Right, they couldn't hear me for the first 3 minutes.
That's how excited we were. Like we didn't even pay attention to that shit. So thank you, Chad.
Oh man,
thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about it. What happened in the last 2 weeks?
Not just honestly, Comic-Con last week was lit. Just shout
you
out
went,
to my dad.
you went,
yeah,
you were there, you were out there.
To my dad for getting me a ticket. We went, me, my stepmom, my dad, my brother. Got there dumb early. It was lit. Just met a bunch of people from like all like this Web3 spaces that my dad's in as well too, like Fat Cow, nice. You know, Cow Fam and stuff like that. Just like meeting people there that you've been talking to in spaces for like the last like month and stuff. Everybody's there, just kind of like vibing out, same thing, like, you know, going to get comic books, like, and that it was like sensory overload. I mean, I feel like I've said that phrase so many times over the last like week and a half since going. But honestly, it was just like going there.
That feeling is wild, man.
Yeah,
that feeling is wild. Yeah.
I mean, it was. I've been to conventions before, not on that scale. I've been, like, you know what I mean. Like I've seen comics before, not on that scale. Like never.
No.
And then the fact that the artists, like my dad meeting, like one of his like favorite artists downstairs in Artist Alley and getting like books signed by him, and then going over to like the CGC fucking area and getting them sent out immediately, because the only way CGC verifies signatures from artists is if they physically see the artist sign it and they put it inside a special bag and go in some crazy shit.
It's a process,
process,
and legitimized, but it's legitimized. Yeah. It's like it has to. That's a process. Yeah. In order for me to sell this thing as a collector, I have to make sure that this is the process. I have to see it with my eyes. Get signed by the artist. And it goes in a special little bag or plastic.
No, it was wild, and then God only knows how much they'll be worth after the fact. Like, you know, I mean, obviously, like with anything that you collect, like the longer you hold, the better. You know what I mean? The more value. But I mean, just all the different, like, if you know, whether it's anime or comic books or just anything like pop culture, anything like that, like, I mean, you could find it in there between T-shirts and memorabilia and bags and artist work, and then just even people too that weren't like well-known artists, just other artists that just come in with their drawings and stuff like that you could buy, that it's just like unbelievable.
I mean, I've been to the MegaCon out here, which is not the same scale, but it's MegaCon, so it has like, you know, the supernatural shows there, like comic book, all that's all at one time. I've been to those, but I don't know how you feel how you felt when you went to it. Like, but for me, when I go to these events, or when I've gone to an event like this, I literally stand there in the middle of the fucking, or you know, whatever the fucking is, what do you call that, the hall.
Yep.
And I'm saying, going, I'm with my people. Like, this is me. This is I can be me here. Yeah. Like, legit, I can be who I want to be and talk as geeky as I want.
Yeah.
Because nobody's gonna judge here, and I love those events like that. It's like, wow.
Just the amount of people. Like I said, the amount of people that you end up meeting. Like, I was hanging out over by this booth, this thing that we pay attention to. It's a card collecting group called HRO. It's a company that they do card, essentially. They do digital and physical hybrid trading cards for DC. So so it's like based on like either cover art from comic books that are released or artists that like draw like art for the cards and stuff. So they do, like I said, a physical card, and when you get the physical, like you unpack them like Pokemon cards essentially. They got a QR code on the back. You scan it. They get loaded up into your digital library, and then you get like reward points. And if you finish your collections, there's a leaderboard. So they do it like a game essentially. And then depending on where you place on the leaderboard, they airdrop you like rewards based on how you placed on the leaderboard. And but the thing is that you could sell. They have a marketplace where you could sell the cards on the marketplace digitally, and then people will hit you and be like, "Yo, I want the physical too," and then they'll pay cards will go as cheap as $1 for like the little common cards. There's a Superman card right now that just came out with their latest chapter 4. It's right now going up on sale. It's the only one. It was the first one that got unboxed so far. Out of I think the chances were like 1 in every 300 of these mega boxes you could get one of these. They're the person selling it for $10,000 right now. Yeah. So it's unreal. And that was so I was just hanging out there, meeting a bunch of other people that were just interested in that too, and they were talking about it and stuff. And then next thing you know, like right behind there, they had like the Dragon Ball set up. And then you look over there, to the other side, they had, eBay was actually at the con too. It was like, I mean, of course eBay was there because secondary
of course,
market.
I was gonna say, of course eBay was there.
And then you walk all over and stuff, like I said, and just, food vendors on the outside and stuff. And then, I mean, just the amount of people and the amount of things. And I only went on Friday, and then the panel, I went to Todd McFarlane panel that Friday night, and that was the banger right there, because I found out basically about us and a couple of hundred other people. We found out about what they were working on for next year, like as far as the comic world and stuff, when it comes to Spawn Universe, and just the amount of like stories and things that are coming out. And then obviously they're actively working on like the next like Spawn movie as well too. Like that's also being worked on as well.
They did some good work on his shit on COD.
Yeah, like COD, and he loves. Oh yeah, no, and that was a lot of that is actually on like the COD team that were working on that. Like he was directly. I mean, I know you. He
was. I guarantee he was over their shoulder, like. No.
But he kind of was just like, here it is. Like, what can you do? And they showed out. So they did some.
And he approached them. Like it was when I heard him say that, I was like, wait. I would have thought they approached him, being the Halloween's coming up.
Yeah.
No, he approached them saying, "Hey, I got an idea."
Yep. So I mean, and then getting that, and then what was really cool is because he was at his son's wedding, he ended up giving anybody that was in attendance, it was like a limited run, the 2024 sampler. So basically all the stories and stuff like that were coming out. Like there's like a booklet, kind of like a comic book, but they call it a sampler, and it had his signature on the front of it and read his full signature, which was like, he almost never signs things in red. So when he does, it's like really valuable. And then the fact that it was his full name as well too that he signed, so it's kind of like a sorry, for not being there and stuff. But it was pretty awesome, man. And then just like I said, just meeting everybody, even inside that panel and stuff. Waiting. I mean, I waited 3 hours to get into that fucking place just to make sure, like I held online. Oh my god, unbelievable.
Just I love the fact that obviously now we're a couple of years removed from the whole pandemic that. It's back. Like these events are packed full. People are enjoying themselves again, excited about these events.
Yep. Oh, don't get me wrong.
I was excited for your ass. Like I was like, pictures, please.
Yeah. I got a picture of Miss Minutes and Wolverine. That was really cool from Loki. So that was awesome. I mean, there was a lot of people too, but even that too. It's like you see people cosplaying and stuff, and I saw some really cool cosplays, and like you want to go and ask for pictures and things, but like I was also just kind of enjoying it. It's also that old sentiment too, where it's like you don't have to take a picture of everything. Not everything needs to be recorded in that way. Like it's sometimes to just be present and kind of just be there in the moment, I think was also pretty cool as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least for me, But yeah, man.
Getting with Dimmer here because it says his laptop keeps crashing, but I'm asking what kind of browser you're using, because if you use Google Chrome, that thing takes up a lot for no reason. It just opens up so much shit in your background for no reason.
Opera GX is a pretty decent browser to use.
Opera GX, yep.
Yeah, Opera GX is a cool browser to use.
I was just about to recommend that in the chat for him. Yeah. Opera GX, or use IE, use anything, because Google Chrome is a heavy
It is.
It shouldn't be, but it is. It's a browser that like eats up all your resources because it wants to embed itself into your information. It wants to know what you eat, when you use the bathroom, how you shower,
exactly,
all that. The conversations we're having. All of a sudden, you're getting recommended devices and fucking product that you were talking about like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
that's Chrome.
Yeah. So Comic-Con was cool, and then it's just been gaming, and then doing a little bit of Web3 stuff, physical stuff. Got a really dope pair of Nikes coming on Wednesday, man. That was really cool. And then starting a new gig tomorrow as well too.
Is that tomorrow?
That's tomorrow, man. So first day is tomorrow. So I'm really excited about that.
You're on a fast track. Holy
man.
fuck.
I'm out here.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
just
you're on a fast track. What the fuck?
dude.
We just spoke about that too.
We
like,
just spoke about it. So yeah, so I'm starting it tomorrow. So it's pretty dope.
Training.
Yeah, training. But paid obviously.
It's like on the job training,
yeah.
or like what
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah,
on
on
the
location.
floor,
Just well, yeah, no, just learning, just kind of what's going on in the business and stuff. Yeah, not even e-learning. No, none of that. Just basically just
like hands-on shit.
Yeah, hands-on shit. But
that's how I learn. That's the best way to learn. In my opinion, for me, that's the best way to learn.
Yeah, so that starts tomorrow, man, and then just looking forward to everything coming out because it's still just not stopping. It's not,
even with Game Pass, there's just games that out of Game Pass that I just like, oh my, like Alan Wake.
Yeah,
fucking Alan Wake. I won't have the opportunity to play that anytime soon because I decided to get Spider-Man. But anyway,
right.
It's out of my
I guess we could jump right into your last 2 weeks and your eventful week that you've had.
We haven't done
about that. Yeah, no,
shit.
Yeah, if you want to talk about that real quick.
Well, eventful last 2 weeks. So not that. I got a PlayStation 5 the last 2 weeks.
There you go. Clap it up.
Ended up getting that. We speak every now and again on what games sell consoles for ourselves.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man's that game.
Nice.
It was either that or SOCOM. Like those games will sell me quick. So it's like the more and more I kept watching Spider-Man 2 trailers and how they spoke about it, and I played Miles Morales, and the whole Miles Morales thing for me it's a game for me that I feel represented in because of Miles Morales being half black, half Puerto Rican, and he lives in Harlem, New York City, where I'm from. It's like I'm from the Bronx, but it's one of those titles like, oh, this is great. And then when Part 2 came on and announced that Miles was going to be part of the main campaign, it was automatic. I was like, I have to, excuse me, my throat. I was like, I have to pick this up. If I ever get a PS5, I have to pick this up. So ended up picking up Spider-Man 2, and it's been nonstop, man. Like, what Insomniac has done with this game, everything that I had griped about with Part 1, as far as side missions and having to stop to put on a gadget to fight with that gadget, like the seamlessness part of it, fast travel being slow travel, all that they worked on, like load screens, a Spider-Man game with load screen, imagine that. This Part 2, they improved all of that.
Okay.
Literally all of that. Like side missions became less okay, think of Assassin's Creed side missions and how they clutter your goddamn map with the shit.
Right.
Or Far Cry. Think of those, or any other game that does like side missions in an open world RPG game.
Right.
They did that in Part 1. They toned it dramatically for Part 2. It's not in your face. It doesn't overwhelm you. It opens up with the story progression. So it doesn't just throw everything at you and then like stories there too, main mission, story, side mission. No, it's like as you progress, here's a morsel of these side missions. Go ahead and do that. You don't have to do it, but go ahead and do it.
Gotcha.
But these side missions are not just like Starfield. They're not these repetitive fetch quests kind of. No, they're meaningful, very fucking meaningful to the point where they'll have you emotional. Fuck, if you're like me, they'll have you cry.
Yeah.
Like there's a full 2 missions in there that I felt sad on, but one of them is like I literally, me and my son cried.
Okay.
Because it was just that heartwarming, and it's a character that carries over from Part 1 to Part 2, and I won't spoil it for those who are playing it. And it just, I was in the moment, and the music they put on, and as you're playing the mission, there's music in the background, like soft playing music, and you already know what's about to happen with that music playing. Like, oh no.
Yeah.
So it's cool like that. Those side missions are cool. The obviously it's Sony first party, so the cinematics are on point. It's just, you're playing a fucking movie, for God's sakes. It's just the inclusiveness logic. Not only like the whole Puerto Rican and being black, and then that's in there. The American Sign Language that was in Miles Morales is like deep dove into it.
Okay.
And literally she is like his friend who's hearing impaired.
Yeah.
That's in Miles Morales' game. She's in this game, but like they fleshed it out so much that they're having full on sign language conversations as cutscenes.
And then they subtitle it obviously for people that
and they subtitle it for those who don't know American Sign Language.
Yeah.
It's ridiculously that inclusive, and I'm like this, and you know me, I've already said this.
Well, I was gonna say,
I have a brother who's deaf,
right.
So it's like the representation in this game is on a whole other level.
Yeah, that's wild. I didn't even know
very
that.
Wild.
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that. Like,
Yeah.
I knew they did that for Miles Morales. Like, a morsel of it was like, oh, okay, it's there. She's hearing impaired.
Yeah.
But you even play a mission with her not hearing and figuring stuff out. Like, it puts you in her world.
Okay.
And I'm going, this is crazy. And then of course you go on Twitter and you see people just like shitting on it. And like, these are people who don't play the game; they just want to be fanboys.
Like on that,
and
on that
level, it's like, I get it. You want to be the whole, that you want to be in that community and you want to be dumb and shit. I get it, whatever.
Yeah.
But it bothers me because like you need to play this game, and if you don't feel this game on an emotional level, and I'm not trying to be sappy or that, but if you don't feel this game on an emotional level, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
The game is that fucking good. It's just it's on that level of being good. The only thing that kind of, as a Puerto Rican, kind of pissed me off, and Jenna put it in the chat.
No, yeah.
I don't know how the fuck they messed this up.
Yeah.
But when I went into the apartment, Miles' apartment, to speak to his mom, which, by the way, fucking amazing how they got that conversation between his mom.
Uh-huh.
That relationship is so fucking New York. It's so cool. But there's a flag on the wall, and it's a Cuban flag.
Yeah, I peeped that. I'm like, yo, how are we, like, not
How you fuck that up?
Yeah. Like...
I mean, literally, you got flags all over the apartment, on the walls of graffiti, Puerto Rican flags.
Yeah.
In his room, you know, the Puerto Rican flag that everybody puts on their fucking mirror in the car, little flag. That's theirs, a bunch of those, but that one fucking flag.
But also, you got the suit right. Like, you got the suit
and
right.
You got the suit right.
You got the suit right. You got that other picture for the mural. Like
well, obviously, there's different teams that work on different things. So
yeah, but the continuity, like that's.
But the continuity wasn't. I mean, and they did work from home. But I'm sitting here going, "Holy fuck, bro! If you're gonna put up a flag, make sure you research the flag." Like, I have nothing wrong with the Cuban community, but
how many
he's
people?
He's not Cuban.
That's what I mean. How many people played that shit? Like, and maybe got into the apartment and seen that, and then it just didn't click for them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it won't. Unless you've been like. For example, Jenna, I'm not picking on Jenna. Unless the community told you it was a Cuban flag, you would have known if it was a Puerto Rican or Cuban flag. Me as a Latino?
Yeah, no, I knew right away because there's no...
Right away, that shit infuriated me. I'm like, no.
When you look at the flag and then you just realize, like, I understand they both have one star, but one's blue,
There's a history behind that.
Yeah,
There's a history behind that that's intertwined to how the flags became, why they're so similar. There's a history there behind it, but we're not there.
But
this is not what we're doing.
But blue and red, come on, like... Like, are we?
Oh, it's the same colors. Fuck it. Let's put it up there. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
Is it that deep? I ain't Cuban or American, but is it that bad?
Yes.
Like
No, it is that deep. It is that bad. It is that bad. When you get everything else right and you slip up there, but that's also something you shouldn't be slipping up there. That's just what that is.
I get what you're saying. The mistake is there. It's a mistake. An honest mistake could have happened. Obviously, they didn't purposely was like, fuck it, we're gonna put a Cuban flag and fuck the community and like get them. Obviously, they didn't do that.
Yeah,
it's an honest mistake. I get it, but it's one of those things that how many people saw this? You know, it went through its process. It went through its cycle to get certified.
That part.
Nobody saw there was a Cuban flag.
That part.
Nobody saw, oh shit, Cuban flag. Let's change that.
Oh, it's because I don't want to be that person and turn it into that, but then you could just be like, oh, they're all the same. It doesn't matter. You understand what I'm saying? Like, to just be grouped up together. And like, once again, me as a Puerto Rican, I'm just like, yeah, no, like that's kind of fucked up.
We are different. We're not okay. We're not gonna go into that whole conversation.
That's what I mean. It's crazy.
It's a crazy conversation to have, but it's like we're not all the same. Yeah. You know, there's Cuban Americans, there's Cubans, there's Puerto Ricans, there's South Americans. There's everybody in the Latino community is different from each other. Yes, we're Latinos and we're Hispanic, but we all have our different ways, our different cultures.
Yeah.
And you have that in the game. It's full-fledged. It's in there.
Yeah, it's in there.
The salsa's in there, the bongos, the adobo and the sofritos in there, the pernil, all that shit is in there. Like the culture is there. You saw the game, bro. You can I put on the suit, the Puerto Rican suit, and literally I smelled the mofongo.
Yeah, the flag was right. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's just mofongo time. Pilon, let's go.
I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I will respond to TJI. Sure, no, absolutely. It is a big game, and a lot of people work on it, but it just goes to show you then there's just a lack of care in the QA, in the quality assurance,
correct. Yes.
Where that was able to get through. Like, the fact that actually got through, as small as it may be,
And we've had this conversation about the
yeah.
QA portion of the industry. It feels like the QA portion of the industry has been dwindled down to nothing because games nowadays come out how they come out.
Yeah.
And if legit they were to throw fund and reallocate funds to the QA side of things, shit like this would be minimal. But they're not. They're using the bare minimum on the QA side. That shit like this is by. It may not be big for you guys, for people who don't, or not of the culture, who don't understand the culture, or who can't feel that culture. But for us, it's a big deal.
Yeah,
it's a huge deal. Not a deal to the point where I'm like, fuck this game, go to the trash.
Right.
It's my guy. It's another game of the year.
And the same way, and even if we move out of that whole aspect of the conversation and just even bring it back to, well, how does the game play? I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I played the game, because I didn't. I don't have a PlayStation 5. You played the game, and I was going to ask you, because this has happened with other games, and we talk about this open and honestly, even in games like Starfield, games like Redfall. Like, this is just having an open and honest conversation. There are people, and granted, there are people that I think might be going a little bit extra to maybe find some issues with the game, whether it be bugs or things like that. Absolutely.
Like getting on a bike and crashing into a train
on the top
and
of it.
And then arms are flapping. Look at the bug. Well, yeah, who wants to drive the train?
So I think people might be going a little extra step, but I do see, and maybe it just, once again, it could just be from my side of it, I do see like some people have ran into, I mean, even to the point like some of the Digital Foundry people, like they're running into bugs and stuff like that, visual bugs, audio bugs, stuff like that when it comes to the game.
Oh no, you mean Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that's crashes. Like I've crashed numerous times. Like I've did before this.
Now, does it take away with your experience completely on like how it is? But you're not going to sit here. But also, it's happening. Like, let's not sit here and pretend like it was perfect.
But that's unfortunately that's accepted now as the norm.
I know,
and it shouldn't be in every game with crashes. Oh, it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's sad that we're there.
Yep.
But as long as we're there, technical side of take the technical part of the game out, the crashes and all that. The game is a fucking solid for me. It's a good fucking Game of the Year nominee game. It should be nominated. It's that like I said when I opened it up, they took everything that the community said about part one, listened to that feedback. See that Infinity Ward feedback?
Yeah.
They listened to it and improved dramatically for part two.
Yeah.
Like I can't put the fucking game. It's playing right now. I don't know if you can hear the music. It's playing in my big TV in the background now because I can't wait to play this, get back on it. Not that I want to rush us here. Obviously not.
No.
But I can't wait to jump back on there and play the fucking game because it's just that good. It's inclusive. It's it's just the stories on a high budget movie scale. Like they went all out with this game. And like I told you before that we went live, I'm not shitting you. And I know it's a running joke in the community right now, but the fast travel that this game has, that Insomniac did with this game, has to be it has to be a benchmark.
Well, even though other games have done it before previously.
Yes, well, not like this. I was on that boat.
Right. No, but that's what I mean. No, but that's what I mean. Is it how is it different than like I forgot the other game was? Because once again, I haven't played the game, so I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
there's no gimmicky. Like people like the fast travel that has happened in other games as fast as it has.
Yeah.
But there's no gimmicky. Like he's playing on his phone and then you take control of him.
Right.
There's no I'm swinging now and wait a couple of seconds. That's the gimmicky load screen.
No, but it was on some like GTA shit, but even quicker than that, right? Like,
no, quicker than that. Right. But see what differentiates what separates that from and that type of load screen, that fast travel.
Yep.
That wherever I press on the map, wherever, not a node, not a fast travel point that I gotta go to. Anywhere in the map I press my Y button on or
you will be there.
Triangle button on, that's where I'm landing. That's where I'm at.
Okay.
In an instant. Not this wait 2 seconds in an instant. You hold the fucking triangle button down, fast travel loads up, boom, you're there.
Okay.
It's that I need it to be that standard for every fast travel.
Do you feel that it takes away from you being able to like just like traverse around and like go?
I thought that.
Yeah.
I thought that. But the way that the game is so inviting to you wanting to explore.
Okay.
Because now it's not just New York no more. You know, the same old New York.
Queens and Brooklyn.
No, it's Queens and Brooklyn now, and there's a lot of that in the game. So it's not just that, you know. Yes, you can fast travel to where you want to go to, and I thought it was gonna break the immersion for me. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna fast travel everywhere now. As good as that is, I'm still finding myself wingsuiting which by the way, that's a badass fucking feature.
The sliding on the fucking water is. I don't know if that was in the first one, but that was actually.
It wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't. Yeah. Okay. This one you can lit. You don't have. You don't drown.
That's a lit animation. That's a pretty lit animation, in my opinion.
Yes, money. The white button. I am an Xbox gamer at heart.
Oh, you
but
said,
yeah, no.
I didn't even catch that. Thank you, money.
Yeah, thank you, money. No, but it's. I thought the same thing. I was telling my son, man, that old fast travel thing is gonna break the immersion of me wanting to wing around or wingsuit around and sling around.
Yeah,
I'm still slinging around. And I'm still wingsuit around because I want those I want to hear those conversations because you get calls, and like missions that pop up that you want to do.
Right.
And they flesh. You know how they call them the neighborhood Spider-Man?
Yes.
This game makes you feel like you're part of the neighborhood with the side missions that you do in these games. They're not just bullshit side missions, like I said before, fetch quest. You are literally part of the community with these missions. Like, hey, Spidey, what's up, man? Hey, I have a cat in a tree, or I have it's like you're in the moment. My uncle called. He's coming down from Georgia this weekend. He wants to see you. Can you make it? Like,
that's pretty cool. Okay,
you're a part of the family. Like, that's how they're doing in this game. So yes, the fast travel's there, and it can make people think, man, then what's the point of fucking slinging around and shit?
Right.
You're Spider-Man.
Right.
They still have enough in that game for you to want to still sling around in the city, and do your things. But the game is just phenomenal, man. It's definitely another nominee for me, man. There's so many. That's gonna be interesting this year, but it's definitely another nominee for me. That's what I've been playing since Thursday midnight.
Nice.
Been playing that, and then the week before that, I was playing. What was I playing the week before that? Oh, Lies of P, and I finished it.
Very nice. 100%. All the
100% finish it. Mm-hmm,
nice. What'd you think overall game?
For what? Lies of P?
Yeah.
Look, I'll say this. My first experience, and you guys know who's listened to this pod, my first experience with Souls-like games, obviously, was Elden Rings. I was never big on those titles. Been playing long since then, and now Lies of P.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna try out the remake of Demon Souls, I believe that's called, for PlayStation.
Yeah.
Now that I have my taste in, and you all know I want my fucking, what's that other game that Activision published?
Sekiro.
So hopefully that comes to Game Pass.
Yep.
But Lies of P is everything that you expect from a Souls-like game.
Yeah.
With story.
Mm.
With story, because as good as Elden Ring is, there's no hand-holding story in it. It's a lot of lore,
like a narrative to push you through, basically.
Right. There's no narrative that pushes you through linear and tells you this how. Lies of P does that very, very fucking well. And the Pinocchio
money
story.
Money called you out. Like,
Tails is a Souls gamer now.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, a little bit now. I mean, we can say it now. It's not. And listen, that's not a bad thing. That's not a knock.
I love it.
Coming from where you were originally. Like when it came to Souls-like games, like you just, not to say that you've done a 180, but once again, it took a game like Elden Ring, for example, to be like, oh, I could fuck with Souls-like games.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep, it's true because I wasn't fuck with it. I mean, as many times I've been asked by you guys, Reborn and your brother, hey, you should try Demon Souls, you should try Dark Souls, you should try.
Nope, fuck that. I was in those conversations. Nope, fuck that. I'm good.
I'm good. I'm not trying to come home from work and fucking do another task chore of a fucking game.
Pound my head against the fucking TV.
Pound my head. Yeah, no, I don't need to spend hours looking for guys and what. Nope. And here comes Elden Ring.
Yeah. Fucking
found myself doing 8,000 builds and fucking wiki up on my second monitor, and it was life. It was like Elden Ring. I can't wait for the DLC, by the way.
Yeah.
But Lies of P they took that and then added the Pinocchio story to it, and there's an actual legit campaign to it that you follow. And it's like, this is fucking good.
Yep.
That whole Pinocchio thing is great. And if you guys haven't ended it, I know we spoke about this last time. We're coming into territory pretty soon here where I'm going to talk about it. And I'm probably going to spoil you guys if you haven't got to that point yet. But that ending, the after credits is badass.
Yeah.
So it got me excited for what's to come. And I hope it's not a DLC. I know they mentioned they're making DLC, but I hope that's not part of DLC.
Hopefully it is full-fledged.
Well, I mean, maybe a lead into it, but I hope it's a full-fledged sequel on what they let us off on. It's what they ended it with. So hopefully for that. But Lies of P was a shit, man. And then I'm waiting on Dead Space Remake. Comes to Game Pass next
coming to Game Pass. Yes, before we actually jump into the main topic for today, obviously, which was the completion of the $69 billion memes of Activision Blizzard and Microsoft. Yeah, no, I mean, I think we should definitely talk about the fact that fucking Dead Space, baby, EA Play. When did Dead Space actually launch again?
This year.
Okay, but like
it
in like
was
February, right?
February,
like
I believe. January,
or something.
February.
So
Yeah.
are we in that 6 month, 7 month win? I guess 8 month win. So
I
guess
want
it
to
wasn't
say
exactly
where
6
we at,
months,
October.
but yeah,
or
so maybe
but
yeah. 8 months, maybe. That's still EA Play, and then thank you EA Play and Game Pass. So that's another game that I don't have to worry about buying, even if I was going to get it at a discounted price.
Money, I wouldn't touch that shit with a 6-foot pole and you pushing it, bro.
What do you say?
Last of Us 2 remastered. I ain't doing that shit. Like, I own the game and I can't. Once they kill Joel off, I'm like, I'm done. I'm good. I don't want to be that guy, but no, game's not for me, bro. I'm good. Part 1 all the way. Part 2.
Damn it, Kills! You spoiled the TV show. Now, I don't. I mean,
my bad.
Damn it.
Speaking of spoilers.
Damn it, Kills. There's no reason for me to watch the fucking next couple of seasons.
Joel dies?
Yeah, Joel dies? Oh.
Yeah, but it's a dream. It's in a dream state.
Yeah, it's in a dream, right?
He comes back, and he's writing a book, and then there's demons and shit, and oh no, wait, that's Alan Wake.
No, yeah, wrong one. Sorry.
Yeah, wrong one. We're wrong.
Yeah, wrong.
Yeah, no, but I didn't like Last of Us 2 that much at all. Like, it's not that it was a bad game. It's just on a emotional level, the game. Once that happened, that event happened, it was just over for me. It was a wrap. Like, I saw where the game was going. I'm like, I'm good. I'm not gonna keep going. Game is, I mean, they're masterful at creating these games. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Beautiful looking game, story driven.
Story driven. Yeah.
All that's there. I'm just, the story's not for me, and I'm big on saying, if I'm not the market, I'll move on.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm okay.
Yep.
I'm okay. I'm not the market.
Not every game has to be made for you, and you don't have to like every game.
That's absolutely right. It's a beautiful thing to have that choice and that freedom to say, hey, it's not marketed for me. I move on.
Exactly.
Especially now. We got 8,000 things to play.
Deadass. And more, and counting, and more coming in 2020 and 2024.
Sound like a fucking infomercial.
So, yeah, and more. So, shout out the chat real quick. Shinrock, obviously, Money, thank you for stopping by, of course. Timber, Brazil. Always. TJI, thank you for coming by, man. Anybody else that's hanging out with this as well, too, that hasn't typed in, don't worry about it, man. How are we looking? I was going to ask you real quick, too, before we kick this in as well. On the audio side, are we good on the audio? So. Yeah, and then as far as, what was I going to ask you, too? On audio for the pod, we looking good there, or?
Oh my god, I haven't posted any of the fucking audio since we've been back.
All right, we'll get back to it.
We'll get back to it. I'm getting backtracked.
2 weeks.
The games.
Yeah, we'll catch up. We gotta upload because audio listeners, man, we can't forget. The audio listeners
about to get a treat because once they all, I got like 4 episodes to upload, so they're gonna have it.
There you go. So we'll definitely work on that. We'll get that right for you. But obviously, thanks everybody for coming by as well, man. And let's get into the topic of the day, the main
ABK, one. Baby.
ABK, man, it's done.
It happened. It's done.
All right.
It's what 2 years of that shit? Was it 2 years?
18 almost? Months, whatever the fuck it was.
They really went the whole 18 months with that too. Like it was really the whole 18 months.
And then it got pushed or whatever it was. I mean, listen, either way, doesn't matter. And they did it the right way. They didn't do the whole. I mean, they didn't hit the nuclear button. They didn't do anything like that. They just,
They didn't back out. They didn't get crazy with it. They didn't butcher the deal just to have a deal go through, none of that stuff.
Yeah, if you told me, if you told me 2 years ago though that they would be giving away their streaming rights to ABK games to Ubisoft in the UK,
if I'm in the future and I haven't experienced this yet, and there's like a story about it, like they sold their streaming rights to Ubisoft, I'd be like, what?
For ABK in the UK, just to make sure that they don't fall under.
That's how bad they wanted it. Man.
That's how bad they wanted it. That's how bad they wanted it. And
but also it's Ubisoft, so they probably was like, they got a relationship with them already, so it's like, we know you guys, so we're good with doing this with you guys. But again, it's not. I don't think a lot of people understand this part, and I may be wrong, but the streaming side of it that Ubisoft has is for outside of the US, correct?
2K only.
It's outside of US. They control it.
It has here. It's literally, actually, to even get down more specific, it's for the UK only.
Right. So they have the rights of streaming
ABK.
Well,
Cloud.
ABK
to ABK cloud to Cloud.
In UK.
In UK. Great.
I see a lot of people confused about that. Like, so it's not coming to Game Pass, or
No,
are we not?
it just
are we not clouded over here?
Out there in UK, it will not be on Game Pass now.
I wonder why. Why that? Like, I understand why.
Well, no, because remember, because Cloud,
them not to have it,
remember,
so they control the market. I get
that's
that.
what it is. Yes, that's what they
Ubisoft.
claim. Yeah,
like I'm sure that was Xbox that probably reached out and said, if we can get somebody, to take that side of the deal,
yeah,
be okay with that? Yeah, we'll go. Okay, Ubi, come on. We got you.
Exactly. Yeah. If you could get somebody, yeah, right, exactly. If you could get somebody that actually wants to do this, then yeah, sure, no problem. We'll let you go.
It's like they had him on speed dial already. All right, Yubi, come on. And you was like, yeah, we got this. Good.
Yeah.
Right, cool. What? We could bolster our UB Plus? Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Now they have a reason for people to fucking subscribe to that service.
Yeah. And then so, I remember we were talking about this and before, like speculating, obviously, okay, how long do we think? Okay, the deal closes, and then boom, they're gonna hit us. They're just gonna hit us. Yeah. They're just gonna hit us over the head with it, and it's gonna be. And we thought we had games now. Forget about it. And come to find out, podcast comes out. So a lot happened in the last 2 weeks. One of which, Phil Spencer sat down on the official Xbox podcast. Which was taken over.
That was a good one.
Good one. Major Nelson had retired too a couple of weeks ago. Now he's like kind of off to greener pastures.
That man was smart. He was smart in doing how he did it. He said that like right before this deal goes through, I'm gonna say I'm retiring.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a little whirlwind on it, a little bit, because you can tell the man doesn't like the attention like that. He didn't want that attention. He just wanted to say, yeah, I'm retiring.
Right.
Whatever comes out of it, thank you guys. DM me, all that stuff. But he did it in the best timing possible, because now with the ABK stuff, I was like, oh yeah, that's right, Major Nelson retired.
Yeah. Yeah, so right, so it's like
and Pete Hines.
And Pete Hines now over at help me out here.
Bethesda.
Thank you.
He's about to I think he's retiring as they're wording it like he's done 26 years or almost 26 years.
Yeah, he's done. He's not going over to supposedly he's retiring
from
the gaming industry. Yes.
No, he's leaving the gaming. I mean, that's 20 something years of his life he gave to the fucking industry. He's been there since practically the iteration of Bethesda.
Yeah.
So no, he was. He's the co-founder. No, isn't he a co-founder as well?
Of Bethesda, I don't know the history behind that. Me neither.
I don't want to talk on that. So
I'm not 100% clued in.
But he's been there. I want to assume he's been there since day one of that company. So, he's going off into the sunset, man. I believe it's probably the same thing with him. It's probably like once this deal goes through, we're gone. Like I'm done. Like I just want to see it through with Starfield coming out, and that I'm good after that. Like I don't want to take away from the news. Once you guys announce ABK, I'm out.
Yeah. So the actual excerpt from Phil on the Xbox podcast. So this is pretty much quoted from him. Regulatory process took so long that we weren't able to get in and work with Activision Blizzard on the back catalog. Basically being like, hey, we were good. Like, even though or at least they have to claim that they were good and they weren't like out here like planning shit while they technically weren't.
They don't want to admit to legal shit, illegal shit.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, we were doing it, and here's all the games. Like, okay. Cool.
So basically they were just like, hey, we got in so late that we can't give you anything before the end of the year. So to finish the quote, now that the deal is closed, we're starting to work. There is work. I think the Activision Twitter handle did put out something that talked about 2024, and I think that's accurate. I would love it if there was some kind of secret celebration drop that's coming in the next couple of weeks. There's not.
There's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can squash that out. There's not.
I mean, which I'm not. Okay, like, did I want Spyro for Christmas? Probably. Like, you know what I mean?
I want it. Fuck, give me Tony Hawk. Give me Spyro. Give me Diablo. Give me all that shit.
Did I want maybe like a little Spyro, a little Tony Hawk for Christmas? Sure, why not?
Give us something to bunch on. Give us some appetizer, please. I get it though. I'm not gonna be this guy that's gonna be sitting there and bypass and pretend that laws don't exist. There's laws to this shit. There's plenty of shit that's in the background that we're not privy to as consumers.
Yeah.
As gamers, we're not privy to. That prevents them from dropping games instantly. I've seen conversations where it's like, well, Bethesda, when that happened, they dropped games. It's a whole different monster.
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing. They didn't have the backlash they did with the whole CMA thing and
No.
regulatory process with Bethesda or ZeniMax Bethesda.
I was gonna say when they purchased any. I don't even think they looked at it. They were like, oh yeah, Microsoft wants to buy something for like,
cool,
$7 billion.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, sure.
But let's be real. The reason why there was so much, I mean, obviously COD, because it's a mega billion-dollar fucking franchise. So it's like you can control the market with just that one game. So we're gonna scrutinize it.
Yeah.
But am I disappointed that we're not gonna get nothing this year now that the deal's done? Of course, because like you said, I want Spyro, give me Crash Bandicoot, give me something. Just drop it in there. I want to play something from you guys. I have Game Pass now, not and I'll have it tomorrow too, but I want it now. I'm just as disappointed as everybody else is, but I'm also a realist. I understand there's a lot of shit that goes behind the background that I'm not privy to, that I can't pretend and go, well, fuck the law, just drop it in there. Like the whole, I want COD. What? Give me the MW3 in this year's Game Pass. I don't want to wait for next year, but again, they have a deal going through. That sounds more and more like the parody stuff of things.
Yeah.
Like the way they're talking, like we're gonna get starting next year. We'll get the whole fucking Call of Duty deal on the Game Pass, because it's just the whole. I don't know if you know this, but the skin, the PlayStation exclusive Shinobi skin.
Yeah.
It's now showing up in Xbox lobbies.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I think it's no difference than what happened with the exclusive deals with like Destiny, for example, like how they had 1 year exclusivity rights with but
the 1 year and up, that's what I'm saying. It's showing up early, so stuff like that you're gonna see.
But some of that stuff might not have been per se like I don't know if the ink was completely dried in the contract with some of those things.
True,
like the things that weren't like inked in stone, like whatever shit that Sony made Activision sign, or vice versa, but I'm pretty sure, because we know how Sony gets with their contracts, essentially, like when it comes to like non-compete clauses and hey, we don't want you
can't put it on. You can't put it on Game Pass.
It
can be uncompetitive.
They're very wordy when it comes to the contract, so we don't know what that contract looks like. But once again, it doesn't matter. We don't need to know. Phil already said all those contracts are being honored, essentially, up until the point that they're done, and then even after that, COD's still remaining multi-plat. But he said it on the podcast too, and he spoke about this as well. He's not for early access like betas on one platform over another.
Oh, the parity's gonna be real. Like he wants that shit across the board, the same game, same time, same beta, same everything for across the board.
Logistically, I mean, you hope that works out. You know what I mean? But it's like, because if we're talking about like maybe like 2 weekends of everybody getting access to the beta next year, it's like, all right, let's just hope the servers don't fucking crash.
Right.
Like you're going to have like the #1 played beta fucking ever next year when everybody's able to just have access to it. But then again, we don't know too, because next year's COD could technically still tie into what's on contract. Like, and they could still... But there's a possibility that PlayStation might still have rights. What did Money say?
Don't say anything, because they'll probably drop Candy Crush on the console version.
I'm down, man. Achievements? That's what
if they add achievements to those mobile fucking games,
he's there.
I'm there, bro. If they add achievements to those mobble games, I'm all fucking there. I don't give a shit.
So I have posted up here, friend of the show, Tim Dog. He goes, Xbox thought experiment. So how to distribute ABK past content 2024. So this was something he threw out. Diablo 4 in January. Mind you, this is all, I'm pretty sure this is all predicated on how to put this content on Game Pass, essentially, right? So with that in mind, Diablo 4 in January. Spyro Trilogy, Tony Hawk 5. I don't know if he means Tony Hawk Pro Skater like 1-2 remake, or if he actually means like Tony Hawk like 5, like one of like, you know what I mean?
I think he means like a whole new game. No, because it's retro. He's talking retro.
So because remember after 4 they started changing the names of Tony Hawk. Or no, they did a 5, I think. But then they did like, because remember we got like American Wasteland and we got like all those like
just
weird ones and shit.
Put all the fucking the trilogy back on there, the remastered one. Put all that shit on there.
Put
5 if you have to.
I was gonna say fucking emulate them all, man. Fucking emulate them all. God damn it.
All that.
March, all Crash games. For console. April, Black Ops 3 and 4 and Infinite Warfare for COD. May, God, imagine having Black Ops 3 and 4 in April on Game Pass. IW. In May, World War II Vanguard. In June, AW, and then Modern Warfare 1, 2, 3. This is for you. July, Sekiro.
I would push that up a lot sooner. But
right,
shit.
exactly. If this was your list, you'd want that shit in January. August, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2, dope games, of course. September, Skylanders, TMNT, Deadpool. And then he put asterisk with exclusive Blizzard new game or whatever like that for Game Pass.
And I'm looking at TJ's comment, and I want to keep like some of the ABK deal from a console perspective is such a crappy purchase.
Yeah,
they don't even have any games coming up. I'm gonna take that part of the sentence. Outside of obviously the COD and the excitement for that, and the Crash Bandicoot games and Spyro, all that, and even Hexen, because Hexen, fucking Phil is a big fan of that game, and
that part.
You got developers out here like, yo, I'll do it for you. That's not even part of the ABK deal. Like, bro, we want to do it.
Sign me. I'll do it on the cheap.
Sign me up. I'll do it.
I'll do it on the cheap.
Oh, like, is there anything ABK? Because they haven't done nothing but COD for years now. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like,
well,
now that they're part of Microsoft,
they do Skylanders. That's not.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, they haven't.
And they are talking about Guitar Hero. They are talking about revamping Guitar Hero.
I know. But once again, like, think about that though. It's like, one, the licensing, because we already know how the music industry and everything like that sucks. Like, the only way. So here's my thing about like doing anything like Guitar Hero, Rock Band, or anything like Rock Band being I think that was the EA version, right? Rock Band.
Yes, okay. Rock Band is the
Guitar Hero, right? If you think about it from that perspective, if you don't go back and try to get the old licenses for like the old music, right? From the original Guitar Heroes 1, 2, 3, or whatever. Guitar Hero 3 is one of my all-time favorite Guitar Heroes. For me personally, I would love to just have Guitar Hero 3. But if you don't do that, it's like,
is it because of the song? Well, the songs on it.
It's quite a few songs, but also the fact that I played that game on controller, like it was fucking Amplitude from PS2. Okay. Yeah, I love the fact that I was able to just use controller with that game. I loved it. Because I literally played it like the old school game Amplitude from PS2. If you know, you know. And it was just, I loved it. So, what I would think is the only way I could see a game like that being able to happen now in this industry is a subscription service in the game.
Oh, definitely. That's going to be live service subscription all the way. It would be a live
service subscription that you'd have to pay monthly for to get
access. That's how you keep up with the fucking that's how you keep up with the royalties,
to the songs, exactly, to the songs, where they could be like, okay, well, if we're gonna lease you all of these songs and stuff like that, we need to have some guarantee that it's going to be coming back. We're going to be paying for it, and some not just like not just a pay for play, not just like, remember in the good old days where you buy a song and you just had access to the song and that was it, and nobody was the fucking wiser. Like now it's like, no, you got to keep buying the song from us every month if you want it. So that's the only way that I could potentially see that happening. Not to say that that can't happen, because remember, we're in a subscription world now. That's just what we are. So I can definitely see that.
I'm with Shindo. If you announce DJ Hero, I'm there. That's the one I want.
But that's what I mean.
I love Guitar Hero, but dude, DJ Hero is my shit.
I still have my fucking. I said this. I think.
Yeah, he does too. Yeah.
I still have my shit. It's in a tub. It's in that with a GameCube and everything else. I got fucking in there. So it's like, I'm there. DJ Hero is my shit, man. I love. That's another one too that I love. But that's what I mean. Like, it would just be for the musical thing. But yeah, as far as like games and stuff, like, I honestly, there's such a plethora of a library when it comes to Activision. And I think Phil said it in the podcast too, that he's very interested in like games like had you mentioned, like the Hex, what is it called again?
Hexen.
Yeah, Hexen, but even more of like the old school catalog and stuff like that. Like, I mean, we might get slammed over the head with like retro games from Activision before we really start even seeing like the games like we're talking about, the Tony Hawks of the world and the Diablos. Not to say that that's not going to happen. Of course they're going to put Diablo on Game Pass. Of course they're going to put like, listen, I think it's a far stretch, but at one point or another, don't think that there won't be some sort of like deal where, if you're a Game Pass subscriber, you're gonna get extra shit in your World of Warcraft account once you're able to merge, because they gotta do they gotta do all of that shit too. It's probably gonna be a logistical.
They'll do it for everything else but COD, because they already solidified that.
It's probably everything else, be a logistical nightmare when they actually do get the ball rolling on how all of that's gonna work. But then I think what's exciting too is hopefully. It's not just the excitement of what's there that could be added to the Game Pass library, but what could potentially be coming, except for the annual Call of Duties that we already know of, the updates to World of Warcraft, the seasonal updates to Diablo, updates to, like anything else. Like, if it's what more could actually come. You know what I mean? Like new IP or even existing IP, but just a new version, a new game of it and stuff like that. I think that is kind of like where my excitement stands. Obviously, I'm excited to get all of those, whatever titles they can put on Game Pass when they're able to. But also just looking forward as well, like what could potentially come. But also too, there's so many fucking games that are available now that I'm okay not having these games available yet, because also don't be surprised if when they do make those games available that there's not another $50 like $1 fucking price hike on Game Pass.
Well, I mean, marketing exists. Marketing does exist. So think about it. I mean, Modern Warfare 3 coming out. Let's say they did decide, fuck it, we'll just dump all the old Call of Duties on there. You're marketing MW3 as a OG nostalgic. We're bringing we're bringing all that shit back, and here's your map voting and your old 16 map from 2014. Like you're selling that game all the way. Yeah. And then here you're gonna dump all the old Call of Duties on the fucking game. Like there's a marketing side of that too. Like I'm sorry, I just can't put on a consumer hat and be like, oh yeah, that's all the way. They fucking up. They got to put it on there. Fucking I get that. I get that raising your fist and getting mad at the clouds Simpson shit. I get it. But at the same time, there's a business behind this thing. They just can't just dump shit on there. Yeah. There's an infrastructure you got to think about too. How much can they hold on Game Pass? Like, can they literally dump that many games on Game Pass all at one time? Do they have the resources for that?
Like logistically, like can you? Well, I mean, I want to say because I don't know how many. I mean, they do rotate games out, right? So like,
they rotate the third party stuff.
I feel like they're adding more than they ever rotate out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like, the only thing that get rotated, well, obviously first party will.
First party doesn't get rotated out, right? Exactly.
It's just the third party stuff that rotates out, but it's just like you got to think like, yes, it is on their server, but how much space do they have? Like, it's not the space, the resources that takes to put these games on there to handle. Like, also, you got to think they're thinking about the UI being changed around because they can't keep having it the way it is. All these fucking developers now, you don't have tabs on this shit. Like, I need tabs. Yeah. I need this is Bethesda. This is Activision. Yeah. This is Blizzard. I need that now. I don't want this. Oh, it's there. Fuck it. Just pick a game.
Just no, the search bar is good enough. You can just search the game that you want. It's like, no.
I need tabs, bro. Yeah. I need tabs. But yeah, of course, as a consumer, yes, I'm disappointed. Whatever. TJ, one thing you'll know about me is I don't want to say I don't care. That's the wrong thing to say. I don't hold on to words from corporate world. Yeah. I'm not that guy. If Phil said one thing and then tomorrow it sounds like a little different thing, okay, whatever. That's business. I've been around corporate enough to know that's corporate talk. That's how it is. As a consumer, if this was light, like if this year was, the gaming space was a light-ass gaming space like it was years ago where we had to wait to E3 to go, oh shit, that's coming up, and then wait another year for them games to come out, I would be on the boat of, damn, I got nothing to fucking play. These guys just did a deal with no games coming out. But it's one of those things was like, I got games to play right now. I got games to play next week. I got games past that.
Kills. I didn't fucking beat Starfield yet.
That's what I'm saying. There's people out there who haven't beaten games.
Take my Xbox card away. Take my Xbox card away. I didn't beat the fucking. Take it away.
That's
because there's too loud, so many other Xbox fucking games. I'm substituting one first party title with another first party title because I'm playing Call of Duty. First party title now.
But here's the part. And I'm not trying to cap here. Here's the part of the deal I enjoy. Now that they close this deal, I have these games to play now. I have to look forward to these games coming from them next year. See what I'm saying? Like, boom. Now, here's what I would say. There should be absolutely no problem now with Microsoft starting next year to start releasing games after games after games on Game Pass. Like, there should be no reason Game Pass is light.
Every month, every single
month there should be. You know how they come up the list of these are the 5 games coming out.
AAA titles coming in.
Right.
That are actually,
you know how they come out that list? It's like here's what's coming. Like now, it should be every month.
Yes,
once a month it should be AAA titles on that list because you have all these developers. I need to start seeing that. That's where I will meet you on that statement. It was like, of course, now that you have all these deals, now I want to start seeing next year all of these things come out.
Yeah,
all these things come out. I'm not gonna be that guy that's gonna scream out to what's the next acquisition? Who they get 2 shits with the fuck. They can acquire, fucking McDonald's for all I care. I don't care. I care less about acquisitions. I care about games. So drop me those games and I'll be fine.
Wait, so you mean I could go buy a Big Mac and rip a sticker and get a code for Game Pass?
And get a code for fucking, the ending of Starfield. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I get it. I unlock like a special weapon in Starfield.
Right, yeah.
That'd be great.
Something like that. That'd be great. But yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff. I can't ignore the shit that's behind the scenes. Yeah, Phil said this, Phil said that. Phil said a lot of things. These corporate heads say a lot of shit. And I'm not capping for what he said. I'm not trying to pretend he didn't say it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's not like I'm sitting here dry not playing games. That's the beauty of today's gaming space. You can play anything, and the only limit there is yourself. You're the only limit. If you don't want to play the game, that's on you. You're stopping yourself from playing anything.
Yeah.
Maybe because you have a preference or a genre, or whatever it is. That's your choice. But to say there's not nothing there to play, nothing to look forward to, it's kind of a bummer thing to say, because that's a choice you're making. There's plenty out there to play.
Yeah.
Plenty. But you're making a choice not to.
On whatever you're playing.
On whatever you're gaming on. PC, Switch, PlayStation, Xbox. On your phone, anything. There's something to play. But if you're gonna sit here and sit there to play, then that's a choice, man.
Yeah.
That's the choice you're making. That's just because a deal went through, and all of a sudden you want something from them to come out, and there's nothing to play today. Hell, fucking Cyberpunk came out with Phantom Liberty. That shit is on a whole nother level, bro. That alone.
I was able to scoop up, dude. To that point, I didn't even get Phantom Liberty yet because I'm still playing through the campaign of regular Cyberpunk. But CD Projekt Red through GOG had Cyberpunk 2077 on sale on PC for $30. I'm like, okay,
wow.
I'm like, okay, yeah, mine now. And then I'm playing it.
Mine now.
I'm like, mine now. And I'm playing. I'm like, oh, this is dope. I'm like, okay, this is sick. And like, remember, this is 2.0. And I'm like, oh, this is sick. This is really fucking cool. I'm having a lot of fucking fun. And yeah, and this is another one of the things. Remember that game, how it launched, where it came in, the full 180 that they fucking did, and the game that it basically became. Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, I mean, it's just, yeah. It just, and then Phantom Liberty to see, how good of a response it got from that. And then knowing that I don't think we're getting another DLC. Like, that's it.
No, that's it. They called it. This is the biggest thing. Yeah.
Right. The next thing now is when they do...
They mentioned how much they spend on turning it around with the DLC included with this Phantom Liberty. Or I wouldn't even call it DLC. I call it expansion.
Yeah.
But they mentioned, I think it was like 25 million is what they took to turn this whole ship around.
I thought it was more.
Oh no, it was more. It was more. I'm putting a number out there. I don't know the specific.
I thought it was something. It was something silly, actually.
It was a silly number. Yeah, it was a lot more. But that they spend that they dumped that back. They literally took whatever they made out of the game and whatever extra they had, they dumped it back into the game to relaunch it into what it is now. And they put their head down and kept working.
125 million was the number.
Holy,
like fuck. 125 mil.
Oh, I downplayed it big time.
Yeah. Just to basically, yeah. Well, they spent over 80. They said, 80 million on a single Cyberpunk 2077 expansion. That was October 6th. So Cyberpunk here. This was the Kotaku.
Jenna, that part. As many people as I see saying, "Oh, my backlog is hurting. Oh my god, go play the fucking backlog. Go play that."
Yeah.
Y'all worried about what ABK is gonna come out with and why they're not coming out with games this year? Go play your goddamn backlog.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
a lot.
cool. And that's the thing. I'm cool with waiting. Like, I'm at that point now where it's like,
I'm
cool. Like, once again, and I hate to reiterate this, but it's like eventually it's gonna come to the point too where it's like the value proposition of Game Pass versus what's being offered on the service. It's like people are gonna have that because every time you turn your fucking head, Netflix is like raising the price, and everybody's like, "Wait, why the fuck does Netflix keep raising their price?" And like they haven't really been coming out with shows like that.
But you know what's gonna happen with the whole strike happening,
right? And then you see Amazon over here with like Gen V and the other and the boys and they're tying and everybody's like loving that shit. And Amazon's not really, they're still.
Oh, and the animated one. What's that animated one called? With this guy, Omni-Man.
Invincibles or something like that.
Invincibles, that's another one.
Yeah, but like when you think of like the value proposition of what you're offering versus how much you have to pay a month or a year, for things. And eventually I really do hope that it comes down to, which they haven't done it yet and talked about it yet, but when you get the Game Pass family, when Friends and Family does hit, and that's another thing.
About that, when the fuck is that going to hit? Like, God damn.
That's the real conversation too. The second, when Friends and Family hit, I'm over here like, yo, Marcus, yo, like my brother started at me, yo, Draven, yo, so, like, yo, like, let's link up because
what's going on?
Yeah,
we're waiting, guys.
Yeah, let's link up because then we jump on this family plan. It's like 5 people. It's like the old school. It's like the T-Mobile fucking plans from back in the day.
Friend and family.
Yeah, friends and family, man. My fave. You know, money. We got money out over here. Like, yo, money. Like, you know what I mean? We gotta have a little group.
We need you in there, bitch. Let's go.
You know what I mean? We need a little group of 5, and then and then we jump in, and then that's it. And then everybody just jumps at community pool. You know, remember there's gonna be a host. My brother's probably the most responsible out of all of us, so he could fucking, he could host it.
100% facts.
You know what I mean? My brother could hold it down, and then and we just fucking send him, the moolah every month and everything, and call it a day.
We just spoke about what was that other thing we just spoke about? You got this kind of buddy, Gas, or what was the game? Either Gas or fucking.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, what were we talking about?
Yeah, so you're right about like it's Draven all the way. Like you're the head.
Yeah.
You're CFO.
Yeah, Draven's definitely in charge of the friends and family plan. But that's what I mean. When that comes out to you, definitely looking forward to it. And then also too, like this year, I mean, and then you still think about games too outside of, and I don't want to diminish this fact too, but the other first party titles that we have more than likely coming next year, like Hellblade, freaking.
Are we getting Hellblade, or are we gonna get another fucking? Here's a picture of the side of the mountain, looking nice, and a pebble came. Look at the freaking Unreal 5 looks really good. Look at this rock turn into a boulder. Oh lord.
Or this frickin' thing, Fable. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, that one, yeah.
And maybe we don't get that next year.
It's a beautiful button. Fuck you, Jenna.
It's a beautiful True.
It's true. Yeah, you're right. It is a beautiful mountain.
It's a very beautiful mountain. True.
Oh, how many shots of Sedoa's face we're gonna get? It's like, okay.
A lot. Oh no, it's like that. It's like, what is it? Was it the 21 Savage song or something?
Oh, a lot. Yeah.
A lot.
It's like, okay. Don't get me wrong. Keep your head down. Keep it going. It takes 5 years to create anything new. Longer now with the budget they have. But
yeah, man. Yeah. Create new, do it right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do it right. Yeah. Well, we got a lot to look forward to next year.
Anything you want to add on the ABK?
No, man. I'm just happy it's done. It's finally done, and we can move on from this talk. Even though I know there's gonna be some that want to hold on to that conversation longer, but it's done. ABK is done. It's a done deal. There's no more, delaying it. No more looking into some loyal shit or whatever. FTC can suck it. Whatever they're trying to do there, it's closed. It's done. Now we can wait for whatever they're gonna drop on Game Pass. I do hope that now that Microsoft does own it, I hope that they, and I'm sure, because Phil's been talking to us anyways, but I'm sure they're gonna open it up. But now that they have that they open up their library, open up their whole backlog and their whole vaults and stuff, and start creating these games all over again. Like start having these developers I would do this. I would, and obviously I don't have a degree in all this shit. I'm not a boss there. But if I was a boss, I'd be like, I'd go to ABK and be like, hey, who here wants to work on something different? Like who what passion projects you guys have? Like, do you guys want to work on another Crash Bandicoot? Do you want to work on a fucking Pitfall, maybe a modernized Pitfall? Oh no, we're doing Indiana Jones. We can't do that. But it's like, what do you guys want to make? Because that's obviously a question you want to ask these guys. If what the media reports all the time, their morality is low in that place,
right?
Because I'm sure there's people there's like, damn, Call of Duty again, like the veterans versus the ones that come into the company for the first time, get hired and get told you're working on COD. I'd be excited as fuck. Hell yeah. I'm working on the GOAT.
How many years were we talking about? And like I said, I kind of want to step away from this after this point, but how many years were we talking about, like, damn, don't you wish, like, maybe, like, the people that are working there, whether it be inside of Treyarch or IW or Sledgehammer or even Raven at this point, like, and we talked about this even when it came to fucking 343 over there, okay? Like, maybe they wanted to work on something else, maybe, or give them another shot, like, you know what I mean? Like, just to,
I would think so.
Freshen it up a little bit, like, you know what I mean?
I would think so, because after a while, looking at the same shit every year all the time, it's like, I get it. It's different. You're working on maybe, you might jump from IW's game to Sledgehammer's game. Like, I get it, but the way they're doing things now, where every developer works on COD anyways, it's like now you're seeing COD. And I'm not talking about on the job side. Obviously, on the job side, you're keeping a full-time job. You're keeping that job. That's a security like no other. If you're working on COD, if you're not a contractor, obviously, you have job security because that shit ain't going nowhere for a while. But it's like, as an artiste, I'm thinking some of them might be like, shit, you know, I gotta go back and do Call of Duty. Look at that one screen again on Call of Duty.
Yeah.
You know, this fucking shit. You know, I play the game too, and now I don't want to play no more. Like, how many of them hate the game now? Not because the game's bad or good, but because they work on it. They literally, they work on it. So it's like, after a while, like, okay. So I would hope that something like that happens, where it's like, you know, okay, let's open up the vote.
Yeah.
What do you want to work on? And I think Phil said that in an interview. He said something along the lines of that, where he was like, you know, we want to make these projects, but we want to make sure that they're not making it for profit, you know, that it's going to be for passion.
Something that they're actually passionate about making.
Yeah. You know?
And then hopefully their passion transfers and translates into successful titles, because they were so passionate about making it, and it just became successful because of the work that they put into the game, because they were passionate about
some of the successful games, I think we're going to be talking about that here. We're going to put that to rest. But some of the successful games have not been AAA titles on the Xbox side. Think of the games that come out, like Psychonauts. That's not a AAA title. That game was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
there's games.
Money's a comedian, by the way.
Passion project, Bobby. The fucking heart. How do you take this heart away? It's blocking the comments.
Oh, I made it bigger. Yeah, passion project. Bobby Kotick escapes the law. That's pretty funny.
Wait, you made that heart bigger? No.
I popped out. Yeah, I popped out the chat box.
Oh, that makes sense.
I popped out the chat box. That's pretty funny.
Pop it out, yeah, because that heart fucking.
As far in regards to Call of Duty, I feel.
Wait, what's the question?
And
campaign and multiplayer should be so separate.
Okay, so here's the thing. Right? Here's the thing. If they really had a chance right now, because there are still people that play, like, if it wasn't for the competitive scene, like actually them still having like a competitive league and stuff with multiplayer and shit, I feel like it realistically, from like a company standpoint, they probably only want to make Warzone going forward. Like the arena, the multiplayer, realistically speaking, they'd only want, and then as far as the campaign, like, remember they tried that. Was it Vanguard or was it World War II or what game was it where it basically didn't even have a fucking campaign? I'm pretty sure it was one of those.
Black Ops. Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 didn't have no campaign. Yeah.
Black Ops 3 didn't have, like, so it's like they went that route. And me personally, like, when it comes to like this, like, I really liked the 2019 Modern Warfare campaign, even though it's like a retelling, like, obviously Modern Warfare 2, and then even now we're going to be getting like maybe a conclusion in 3, but maybe not really, because they've been telling the story through the season pass and stuff like that. Like, I like that, so I think you could do it. But it's like we're talking like maybe like what, like a 40-30 split, like $40 for the multiplayer, $30 for the single player, or maybe $50 for the multiplayer and $20 for the single player. Like, that's really what you're talking about when it comes to splitting them. Obviously going forward. Go ahead, Kills.
Do you think they should do like an a la carte though? Like maybe sell us for those who only play campaign, they don't give two shits about the arena side of things, but they do play Warzone. Make Warzone free, obviously still free.
Right.
Make it where the campaign you can purchase for a certain amount of money, if that's all you want to do. If you don't play the arena side of things, or you want to play the arena and don't give a fuck about campaign, you can just buy that.
What I honestly think is the second you split campaign from multiplayer, or just from the whole package right now, the second you split it, because you can already do it now. I mean, you could technically when you download Call of Duty, you could download it with just multiplayer and Warzone only.
Just the multiplayer, have to
download campaign. So, but as far as like splitting it monetarily, like from them, like from a sales perspective, the second they do that is the second they're saying we don't care about single player.
That's true. It sends that message out.
It was just how I feel. I feel like the second they do that, be like, hey, we know you don't care about single player, so here's what we did, and then you want to really see, and plus it's going to fuck with their overall numbers, because then they can't justify selling the multiplayer for $50 a year or whatever like that. The reason why they're able to still justify this price tag of the $59.99 or $69.99, excuse me, is the fact that it is zombies, campaign,
it's a complete multiplayer,
and it's all and stuff like that. And then, because Warzone is free technically.
You have single player, you have co-op, you have battle royale, you have multiplayer. All of it is covered.
So the short answer to that question is I don't think that they should do that.
Yeah, I agree. From a business from a business standpoint, it wouldn't make any sense for them to do that at all.
Yeah.
I get it from a consumer. Even as a consumer, like, oh, okay, I don't play this and I don't play that, but it's like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, there's probably a small fraction of people out there that would want to do a la carte like that. That won't suffice them doing that.
Because how would you feel? Because think about it this way: how would you feel if they just started charging $70 for multiplayer only, and zombies. Like if that was the two, and then you'd be like, wait,
honestly,
this
they can honestly probably get away with.
They could probably do
releasing multiplayer in Warzone free because they make most of their money anyway, billions of it on the market.
Yeah, on the
with
skins.
The fucking microtransactions and all that shit, and the back sale and all that. They could probably get away with it, but because they have campaign as part of their package, they won't do that.
Yeah.
So it lends to that conversation too. They won't split it and they won't make one side free and not the other because of that. It's just too much. It's just too messy. Too messy.
Yeah.
A lot of SKUs and a lot of like downloading and not downloading, and then it'll skew numbers and yeah.
And even to Dimber's point, so because they technically did it with, if you think about it, they technically did it with Infinite with Halo, because if you think about it, like multiplayer is free. As far as with Halo right now, like you don't need the base game to play multiplayer, but it's like I don't, just because it works for one doesn't mean it works for the other. And remember,
that's a first party title, too.
Right? And we're also on. Well, technically, Call of Duty is a first party title now. So, hold on a second. Can't do that no more. Can't do that anymore. No more excuses.
That's true.
Just because it's multi-plat.
Well, Call of Duty still isn't a first party game yet.
No, it won't be. It'll always be a multi-player title, but it is already underneath the Microsoft. I mean, look, they're already marketing the fuck out of it.
You think Warzone? We think MW3 gets a Splash now? Microsoft Splash?
No, what do you mean? They have the what, the game studio thing in there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think so. Oh hell yeah! Just like MLB The Show, when you load that shit on PlayStation Studios on Game Pass,
Sony, that
shit is good. Xbox Game Studios presents Activision like, get the fuck out of here!
On skin, motherfucker.
Man, it's gotta be right there in the front.
That's crazy.
What is this? Do you know how many players is going to be on the new Little Nightmares game? Do we know that answer?
Money? The fuck are you talking about? That's a damn single player game.
I don't know.
I think he's trolling right now.
Yeah. And Jenna made a great point as well too. Yeah, Halo's at a great spot right now. Honestly, Bandit is kind of Bandit, and I don't know what they were thinking when they introduced the Bandit Evo. Only because it's literally they thought it might have increased the skill gap, but I think it really it's literally like one of the easiest weapons to fucking use in the video game, especially if you're on mouse and keyboard on PC. I feel bad if you're playing against anybody that's like on mouse and keyboard. Like,
wait, doesn't Activision own? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Side note: doesn't Activision own the competitive scene? The COD leagues.
Yes.
So now oh shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
But now, ready? Here's what I'm hoping: they bring back the old school fucking MLG, and they just start putting them all together. That's you want to talk about? You want to talk about? Okay, yeah, no, you just spent $69 billion, but spend a couple more million maybe, and fucking combine all these, and then make Overwatch events in the same as Call of Duty events, in the same as fucking every other type of esport that you got going on.
Yes, Shinrock. Campaign. There's no more campaign. They've mentioned that a while ago, where the campaign will not have. And originally the plan was for them to expand the campaign as it progresses through the years, but they pulled all that. They toned it back, and where Halo is today, at its best. It's like, I have not played it, so I can't speak on it like that.
Nah, it's dope. I just played it before the pod.
For those who are playing it, I know Jenna talks a lot about it, and a few others on Twitter. I know Logic. I know he fucks with it. Me personally, I don't play Halo like that, other than the single player. So for me, it's a disappointment that there's no more campaign coming out for it. That's where I play Halo at. I won't play the multiplayer side of it because it's just not my style of game. But yeah, no, it's at its best right now. Like, from what I'm reading and seeing, I might even just download it again and play it again, and try to get my Xbox card back. But yeah, it's there, man. It's where it's at. People are legitimately having fun with it, and I'm not judging it. I'm not looking at it from the perspective of the person that only plays Halo, like I only play COD. These are from people who like legit had gripes about it, who have come back to it on my Twitter feed, have come back to it and go, holy shit, this game is completely different. You had your dedicated players in there that's always talking about Halo being great, even though it was bad, but they're gonna talk it up like it's great because it's a first party title and they don't want Microsoft to look bad. I get that, but the ones that shitted on it are now like, and I'm talking about the legit people, they're like 180 going, holy fuck, this game is good.
Yeah,
it's good again. So yeah.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, but campaign, I'm disappointed. No campaign. Come on, it is what it is. What you got. It's a great campaign, though, if you haven't played it. I liked it. I don't know. Did you play Logic?
What's that?
The campaign of Halo?
Yeah, I loved it. It was great.
Yeah, it was solid for me. I liked it.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. It was really good.
Mm-hmm. I like how they treated the open world aspect. It was good. It was linear to a point, and then it opened up. I liked it.
I'm over here.
Money writing. I'm just gonna stick with COD in 2020 and 2042 till something piques my interest.
There you go.
There you go.
That's the play.
There you go.
So I want to talk about this real quick, since we're zipping up on the ABK talk.
Abaca?
Yeah, Abaca. Abk. Whatever.
Abk. What's the K, yo? It's fucking King. The reason why they went and bought this shit.
Yeah, exactly. You wish, if you know, you know. The fuck.
If you know, you know. It wasn't cut.
This was cool. And listen, I'm not normally, you know me, I'm not on the rah-rah. We're not rah-rah. I mean, you're over here playing fucking Spider-Man. So we're not rah-rah.
I'm flipping.
We don't rah-rah. We play what we play. Listen, it's what it is. It's circumstances, everything else.
That's how we are. We stated that from day one. We play what we play. It doesn't matter what the fuck we play on. Yeah, we have our preferences, but we play what we play.
But listen, one of the narratives that we've seen online a lot is the narrative of subscription services cannibalizing game purchases. Okay? Now...
Like what? Like Starfield being on Game Pass, it won't sell?
Or right. I mean, that was definitely one of the narratives. Like, oh, you keep throwing AAA titles on a subscription service.
It'll just water it down. Nobody will pay for it.
No one's going to pay for it because everybody just knows they can pay $15 a month or $17 a month or whatever the fuck a month and be able to play the game and then just unsubscribe, right? The thing is that people generally that subscribe to Game Pass don't just subscribe for one fucking month because they play one game and then they realize that there's probably 15 other games that they want to play on the subscription service. Okay,
it's a setting point. Right. Come for this, stay for that.
Right. But now, as far as those narratives are concerned, so this was Paul Tassi over here at Forbes. There's a couple of people that wrote this article. This is just one that I bookmarked. According to MPD, this was via Windows Central, but numbers for September. Starfield, granted, Starfield launched in September. Okay, it was like early access, late August, really, for like those 5 days or whatever it was. And then it launched in September. Number one in sales for the month of September.
Look at that list. Look at the list, though. Mortal Kombat 1.
Right.
Sports FC, even though they dropped the FIFA title, they still fucking making moves.
Yeah.
Madden 24 still, Madden is still fucking Madden. Bet as that game is still there.
Yeah.
Payday 3 disappointed. Oh
yeah.
NBA 2K. Wow. Like, look at the title. Like these are legit titles on there.
2K20, right? 2K24. You're beating sports titles. Like, granted, I understand. And now people could come out the woodworks and be like, it's a Bethesda title. It's Bethesda IP. It's okay. Whatever you want to fucking say. Basically, at the end of the day, this game was available for $16.99. Yep. And yes, you could have beat it in 30 days. I don't want to presume that I know what people's schedules are like, to know how much time you have to play a game or something like that.
Oh, no, definitely. If you take your gaming days that you have, work, like let's say you're a full-time worker, family, all that shit in your way, all that.
Yeah.
Not in your way, but you have responsibilities.
Whatever. Right.
And whatever gaming time you do have, yes, you could beat Starfield in a month. If you main it, yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah.
What's up, Fastback?
Oh, Fastback, what's up, baby?
But to the point.
Look at the games it's on top of. Like,
yeah.
Oh, by the way, I've been playing Mortal Kombat 1.
Nice.
Wow.
Fun game. Yeah, fun game.
I don't fuck with the online shit, you know me.
I know.
But the single player, I was marketing for it.
I know.
I loved it.
It's pretty cool.
Okay.
I watch.
This is cool.
I watch Max play it a lot. So it's definitely a cool title for sure.
Yeah, it's a cool title. I was like, wow, okay. It was marketed for me. Okay, so but look, Starfield right on top, man.
Starfield on top.
So this thing about Game Pass, I've been told a lot of logic. I've been told by the Twitter world that if it's on Game Pass, the game ain't selling. So we're no longer saying that now, right? This is proof. Like the game sold, even though it's on Game Pass and you can get it for like what is it, $16.99 a month?
$16.99. If you're on PC Game Pass, it's what $9.99 still,
$10 or $9.99, right?
Yeah.
So you can play this at dirt cheap price. You can literally have access to it and play it.
Yeah.
But people still chose to not just buy the regular version, but I'm assuming well, I'm not assuming. I saw reports where the Constellation edition was being bought.
Yes. Yeah, the collector's edition. And here's the thing, me personally, so I did this, remember what I did with MLB 23 when it came out? I bought the early access fucking pack. They got me with that one, $40, $31. I did the same fucking thing here. They did the same thing.
Wasn't there a ridiculous number that sold for early access as well?
Yeah, for early access. So I have Game Pass, obviously, so I'm like, all right, I'll be able to play it. Great. And I could have bought the full game, but I'm like, but it's on Game Pass, and I know I'm not getting rid of Game Pass. That's the one thing in my mind. My mind, I know I will always have my Game Pass subscription. So I don't necessarily have to buy the game because I know it's also not going anywhere. It's a first-party title. So I don't have to worry about buying the game. But what did I do? They still got $32 out of me because I bought the fucking early access edition. I bought the early access edition to be able to play the game during the early access window. And I loved it. And I loved the fact that I was able to play it. Could I have waited those couple of days? Absolutely. 100%. Did I want to wait those couple of days? No.
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 But those are options and choices that we can make, and we can choose if we wanted to do it or not. But with that being said, Starfield ended up on top of a list for the month of September. It sold fucking copies. It sold it. Not this... You know what Jenna said the narrative is now? It's imagine how much more it was. I think you said that before we opened the show.
Right.
How much more would have sold if it was not on Game Pass. So now they moved the fucking goalpost, and but imagine how much it would have sold.
And Paul makes a point here in the article, so he goes, few things to note. This is more impressive because this is an Xbox and PC exclusive, unlike these other games cutting out the entire PlayStation player base. Plus, with around 30 million Game Pass subs at this point, that's a ton of people in the Xbox ecosystem who did not need to buy the game at all. So this entire figure is made up of people who bought it on Xbox outside of Game Pass, or people who bought it on Steam, which is a sizable amount given how high the concurrent player values have been there. And that's true too. A shit ton of people bought the game on Steam. But also too, but that goes back to the original conversations we were having in Party with Reborn and with Sunda. Okay, so we were having conversations off pod, obviously, with our friend group about the mod situation. Like right now, mods, if you want the best version of mods in Starfield, you play the Steam version of the game. Because that is the best way to load up mods. I'm hoping eventually it will be updated to the point where the mod system will work great, like if not better, but as good as it does work currently on Steam for like Xbox and for the Xbox app, right? So right here, I would love for the mod system to work, good for the version of Starfield. But until then, the best place to play if you want to mod out Starfield is on Steam. So you got people that are here that were just like, hey, I don't care. I mean, yeah, I could have paid. There were many Steam players that could have been like, hey, I could pay the $10 and just go, play it through Xbox. But more than likely, they'd rather pay the full version of the game to be able to mod it and play the game they want to play, to do even some of those simple mods and stuff like that. And the mod community, it's going crazy as well, too, when you think about Starfield and what people have been able to do. The Star Wars mods that the people were adding inside of it.
Star Wars.
It's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy, the amount of mods and stuff like that. I mean, once again, we're going to be talking about Starfield for many months.
I will say the same thing, that Starfield sold a lot of premiums and collectibles, like the collection edition. They sold a lot of those during the early access version of it. Like, people ended up buying that edition a lot. It sold really good, sold really well. The game is not shabby at all. It's a really good title, solid title that it just plays really well. And the New Game Plus is on a different level. Like, I have not seen anybody do a New Game Plus like Starfield.
Yeah,
it's on a different level. It's an impressive thing. And the mods, as far as mods go, I know it's not supported like Steam supports it, but you could do if you play it on Xbox Game Pass PC. You could do like light mods and stuff, but not the kind of mods that you're thinking about with the Star Wars and stuff. Yes. It's like mods for the game, like to give yourself a limited ammo, give yourself a limited jumps, that kind of stuff. That's there.
Yeah.
But doesn't have the fun stuff at all. It doesn't have like the like you said, the Mandalorian or Star Wars or whatever it is that people want to play. That is on Steam. You gotta get that all on Steam.
Yeah, man.
I read something. Hold on.
Yep.
If Game Pass did not work, this is Fastback as well. If Game Pass did not work or good for devs, then PlayStation subscription service not exist. Well, I could say the same thing about Game Pass with Netflix. If Netflix didn't work, if Hulu didn't work, I mean, I think Netflix. Is it safe to say Netflix started the subscription thing? Like they went all in on it, like complete all in, and made it that's the norm.
Yeah.
And then after that, Hulu followed, Disney followed, Paramount followed, all that. And then you got Game Pass.
But even going down to the sleeper of it all, if you think about subscription numbers, the one that really blows your mind, if you really think about it, is Amazon. Think about how many people are registered for Amazon Prime, and think about Prime Video. Think about what they did there, where they didn't increase the price.
It's a bonus,
right? Prime Video. Think about the shows that are coming to Prime. So arguably some of the best shows that are on like streaming services.
Oh no, they got some good shows. Right? Yeah,
like crazy. But
originals,
with your Amazon Prime subscription, where for your 2-day shipping or 1-day shipping or whatever your deals and whatever like that, like. And then by the way, here's this video subscription service.
That's what I'm saying. It was crazy because if you already have Prime, this video shit was added onto it.
Like
it wasn't like it's a separate tier to have video. No. We're adding it on and the music. Amazon Prime Music, all that was added on.
So think about what Amazon So think about what Amazon could do when it comes to like stockholder, when they have those like shareholder meetings and stuff like that, and they're like, our numbers are strong. Why are they strong? Like they could literally say, there's no way of knowing. I mean, they have hard numbers to show how many people are using Prime, but also those numbers are crazy too when you think about how many people are watching like Gen V, for example. Like it's crazy.
To watch it. I want to watch that.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about it. But yeah, that all came from, oh hey guys, get your deliveries, a day or two early and don't pay any shipping, and then
like the one time I ordered something, it literally came to my house at 2 a.m. I thought I fucking wanted that shit to come at 2 a.m, but it came at 2. I was like, damn, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like what are y'all doing at 2 a.m? But I realized that they hire
third party,
what they call DSPs, third parties, which is like people who get contracted out to like make deliveries. That's not part of Amazon. You're contracted to work to deliver for them. So that's how they got that across. I'm like, oh shit, holy fuck! Like Amazon ain't playing.
Yeah, no,
not playing. But yeah, man. I mean, it's the thing is saying that subscriptions don't work. Going back to that thing Fastback said, today is a ridiculous statement because even before it became a normal thing, a popular thing, and naming it a subscription-based service, we've had this for a very long time in brick and mortar stores. We did this with Blockbuster. We spoke about it earlier. Blockbuster, it was the same thing. You were renting stuff anyways. Today's music, nobody buys vinyl. I mean, yes, people, collectors, if you're a collector or you're still a DJ that does vinyls, which is very minimal people like that DJ nowadays are using vinyls. They're using more electronic.
Everything is a digital library now, man.
Digital library.
Because
less clutter, you get more room. You can actually download shit quicker. If it's a request for a song you don't have, you can download it.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to wait to buy that shit.
There's streaming services now, like Spotify and things like that you can stream directly to the DJ equipment. So if anybody's like, I want to hear this song, you just as long as you got an internet connection and you don't have it in your library,
so to say
just pull the song
don't sell, man. It's an old mentality to say it something's only successful if it sells.
Yeah.
But that was a good business model in the 90s and early 2000s. But as shit moves along and life changes and shit in life changes, it's no longer pay me now and here's what you got. Now it's how can you keep paying me? That's subscription services. Nobody wants to sit around and wait no more. It's everything on demand. Like I want it right now. So when you tell me I don't have to leave my house, I don't have to waste gas, I don't have to get ready, I don't have to get dressed, shower, all that shit I got to do to go out of the store and get a game or music or a movie or whatever, I can get it on my subscription service at home and still have more than just the one game. And it's $17 or $20, whatever it is, I'm there.
Yeah,
give it to me. Fuck that binging all the way.
Exactly.
It's this. I don't know. And Logic just showed it. It's been debunked essentially because if that was real, that subscription services waters down game, doesn't sell games, nobody really cares about it, then Starfield would have failed. No matter how good the game is, it would have failed in the sales side.
Yeah,
it would have, but it didn't. Literally, September's #1 game. And by the way, not that I'm shitting on this game, but I did not see Baldur's Gate on that.
No.
Like that's the game everybody's talking about, the game of the year, Baldur's Gate, right?
And more than likely, that game has a good chance, if not the best chance, to win Game of the Year this year.
Oh, most definitely, yes.
You know what I mean? So
yes, it's one of those games that has a legit shot at just straight shooting itself right to it winning the award.
Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting, but I didn't see that on the list. That's not on there. So I mean, It's a narrative. It's a Twitter narrative, but it is what it is.
Hey man, all I know is I got a lot of games to play, and only got 2 more weeks to fucking play them because
once COD drops, it's over.
Fucking Call of Duty, man.
You know it. Race to I can't even say race to procedure anymore because that ain't a thing really. But race to camo grind. There you go.
Camo grind, whatever, man.
It's gonna be different now.
I really hope they do some like next level shit too, with it, or maybe even because since we're kicking on all the whole nostalgia kick, then we could kind of end the podcast on this note before the next 2 weeks. Like, imagine they fucking come out and like it's back to like classic like skin grinding and stuff like that. Like, I already seen some of the skins. Some of the skins look crazy, by the way. But if they really do make you work for it, not on some like crazy shit, like I don't, you know what I mean? Like some of the skin grinding gets a little bit crazy, but like if they just, if the grind is there, if the gameplay is there, if I could play some fucking Capture the Flag, man, just let me play some Capture the Flag.
You know what? I'm surprised they didn't put that in the beta, but CTF is coming back, bro. Like,
that's play some Capture
legit
the Flag.
CTF. It's gonna be weird though, because now CTF in Modern Warfare 3 back in days with the slow movement compared to now with the faster movement.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people say, "Oh, the movement's back." It was never really movement back in them days.
Yeah.
But to have CTF now and you know what, Favilla seemed completely different to me because of the movement. Like I was familiar with the map, but playing it with this movement, I'm like,
well, because you're able to hop onto every fucking rooftop imaginable with clamber, and the way you're able to mantle.
That's the difference. The mantle part. I mean, you was able to do that then, but not without the mantle.
Like this.
Before you had to go upstairs and jump roof to roof.
Yeah.
Now you could just fucking mantle onto a roof.
Exactly.
Like, okay.
Yeah. On the right side of the street when you're if you spawn on the top side, side of the favelas, right? On favela.
Yeah.
And you go to the right side of the street and you jump on the air condition, there's a broken building, construction
building. Oh, the broken building?
But if you jump on the left side on the air conditioned unit and you could walk on the ledge to get up to that first rooftop up where the AC is. There's there's a little fucking like ledge spot that you could go in, like on some like nerdy shit. Like on some like nerdy shit. Yeah.
That's an OG shit. Like a lot of people didn't know on Skid Row that you can jump on the fire escape in the back. Yeah. Like on the parking lot area, there's a fire escape up there where you jump on the crates.
Yeah.
And you can jump across to the fire escape. Mm-hmm. Also, you know that ledge that's on Skid Row, on the parking lot side, same side.
Yes.
That ledge is up there. It has a cracked wall.
Yeah.
There's a little scaffolding, a lift scaffolding thing above that crack of the wall that you can get on top of and just stay there. And when they come out that crack of the wall, or they peek that little crack in the wall on the wall, there's a little crack on the window, you can shoot them and they won't even know you're there.
Yeah, how about the people that go into the fire escape on Skid Row? In the back of the map.
Back, that's what I'm talking about. The first one was almost the fire escape in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could jump there and then right, adjacent to that, right in front of that, it's gonna be that spot I was talking about.
It's crazy.
A lot of people don't know about that, but that's OG shit right there. I can't wait for the other maps to come out, and I'm a fucking try all the. I was disappointed that they didn't keep in Favilla. They didn't keep the old lady that comes out with the shotgun. It was like an Easter egg.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they took it. It was not that. I tried it. Well, unless it's not in beta.
Yeah.
Where you shoot the door and she comes out and she gets all mad and she goes, "I'll be right back, honey," and she comes and get a shotgun and fucking blasts you away.
That's funny.
That wasn't there. I was like, oh, hopefully it's there for the regular game.
Yeah, man. I mean, and that's it. So just to do some house cleaning. Let's see. We are back on the 5th.
November, yeah.
Yeah, which is a week before.
Yeah, now I need to work on a new intro, refreshed intro. So yeah.
Yep. Refresh the intro for make sure that intro is bumping too. Make sure that volume is right. Make sure I don't fucking jump into the podcast with my mic muted for the first 5 minutes. Work in progress.
I think Fastback. I think you missed my comment earlier about Hellblade. I hope something's coming up soon because all we've been getting is pebbles and rocks and fucking.
Maybe we get it at Geoff's Game Awards show.
I'm thinking we probably get a Game Awards.
Fucking
review.
Yeah, reveal maybe.
Yeah, we get that or Elden Ring's DLC reveal. Something's gonna be because Jeff always has something revealing. Oh, you guys didn't know this one while the guy runs on stage and tells him go fuck himself. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's. I'm hoping that we get like something soon because I think we only got one gameplay trailer and that was months ago.
Yeah.
Where the big troll came out and they were fighting a big ass giant troll. But all we've been getting is pebbles and mountainsides and shit. So hopefully we get something for that. But
we still got a couple more pods. We'll do a pod where we do our previews before the Game Awards show. We'll definitely have we'll have a pod.
Because that's December, right? Isn't that in December? His show?
I'm skipping ahead a little bit there. We actually have a podcast right before the Game Awards show that week, so we'll do a podcast predictions for Game Awards for sure when it comes down to it.
Yeah, yes, Jenna. Beautiful Pebbles. we covered this. Beautiful Pebbles.
Yeah, man. I think that's all we have for today, though.
That's it. That's what we got. Appreciate you guys coming out, man. We covered some ground today. It's been 2 weeks, and we'll come back another 2 weeks. But therapy session is now over. I appreciate you guys for coming in. Another one of the book. This was done in 2 week getting closer to that 100. Closer to that 100. But as always, man, you guys coming through. I appreciate it. I said this in Twitter earlier last week, if not this week. I don't care for numbers in my chat. As long as you guys come along, I'm happy, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is, because we like talking our shit. We talk our shit. And the big reveal here is that starting the next pod, this will be a PlayStation pod, so go fuck yourselves. All PlayStation all the time.
Yep. He already sent me over the videos. And,
the videos for
all the gameplay videos,
the God of War videos,
all the overlays and stuff like that. It's actually a new overlay. We got to get rid of that big X that's like in the middle of like our main like podcast overlay. We gotta add the PS in the middle. Now, so yeah, man.
That's funny.
That's fucked up.
Well, I know, Jenna, you have a PS5. You got to start acting like it though. You got to be like me. Start acting like you forgot about Xbox and get that crowd. If you want your numbers to grow on Twitter, you gotta support PlayStation 5 and shit on Xbox all day. That's how we do it, man.
Yeah, man.
You want them numbers to grow if you have no shame. Yep. But yeah, man. Thank you guys for coming out again. Episode 92. As always, therapy session was in, and we had our fun. We had our talk. Appreciate you guys accepting us every other Sunday now. Not every Sunday, but every other Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern time. And Jen, I know it's late for you, so I'm thankful that you were able to join in and listen to us live.
Yeah, round of applause to Jenna.
Round of applause for Jenna. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, wait. Do I have that real quick before I start? Where's my soundboard?
Yeah. Do we still have the soundboard? Yeah. Get up for Jenna.
Very good. Very good. Claps
for
Jenna.
Very good.
Claps for Jenna.
Yeah.
File
for the culture.
He sent the Logic was named. I lost my Xbox card. True.
Wait. The file that he sent to Logic was.
True.
Facts.
Very true, man. All right,
buddy, you won't see me for another couple of hours. I will finish up on Spider-Man, but let's get this wrapped up, man.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Spider-Man. Swoop, waiting for me. See you guys in 2 weeks. November 2nd?
Right? No.
November 5th.
Yes.
November 5th, 2 weeks at 4 o'clock p.m. If anything changes, we'll update you guys to Twitter.
Yes.
But man, keep it gaming. Keep it fun. Keep it light. Keep fucking gaming, everybody.
Later.